Okay, here's the deal. I had, never mind. I'm not even telling you guys. I don't even like you. I'm not even telling you. So nobody's going to be. Yeah, I know what happened.
Aw.
Bastards.
Admitting you have a problem is the first step.
Yeah. Okay, they're going to hear everything now. Guys, we had to start the new stream. I was doing recording the other day in my studio, and I turn off all YouTube
You said
stuff.
you weren't going to explain it. Now here you go explaining
shut
it.
up. You guys. I got to call Paul Dowdy on something. Can you guys get Paul on for me? Do you have his number? I'll text it to you if you don't have it.
Great story about microplastics.
You said
lately.
Bob from Plumline?
No, Paul,
No, Paul
Dowdy.
from the waterman.
I mean, Paul Dowdy. What the fuck am I saying? Bob, I mean...
I don't think I do have his number.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you because I need to get him on about a new product. Can you guys get Paul on for me? Do you have his number? I'll text it to you. Now, am I getting a double...
Great story about microplastics.
You said Bob from Plumline?
No. Why am I hearing myself? I mean, Paul Dowdy.
Because I'm being a dick.
Yeah, that was Shannon just playing it into the
Oh,
mic.
I am so tired of this right now. I am so... I
No,
might
what
just
are you-
pack
what
it
are you
all
gonna
in.
do?
I'm going to pack it all in.
You will be missed.
Okay, hold on.
I said something awful to somebody the other day. You ready?
Shocker.
I said I can barely wait to check my watch at your funeral.
Oh, God. You're
Tom,
mean.
I'm not saying that about
You're
you.
mean, bro.
I was mad.
Let me get.
I know.
let me get
What are you gonna
Paul
do?
Dowdy
Hey.
on, and you can call him anytime. It doesn't have to be right this second.
Are you calling Paul, or do you want us to do
I'm
it?
going to. I'm going to get his number for you, though.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right, 10
I would do it
seconds.
after the. I would do it in the 11 o'clock hour.
11
Okay.
o'clock? Okay.
All right, we'll do anything you want, more or less, and tease you the whole time. Stand by.
American stories.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Programming note here, my guys on YouTube. I had to restart the stream. They weren't getting audio. Sorry about that. Hey, and if you're listening to this show, I want to remind you, you can always go back to YouTube and download the podcast or go anywhere podcasts are kept. And a lot of people listen to us after the fact. And if you're listening and wondering, how do I get on that dang show? I'm listening and I'm on the treadmill and they're not on the air. You can call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. If you call 303-MARTINO, yeah, right now, when you get off the treadmill right now, okay? Go to the shower, whatever you have to do. Call that number, leave your name and number, we'll get back to you. That's right. So that's how easy it is. I wanted to talk about other things as well, but I do have Mike Robinson here from Smith Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Drains, and this high efficiency thing. I don't want to poo-hoo it. Okay, I don't want to make it sound like we don't need to take care of the environment. But my God, it's making life so expensive in all walks of life. Can you think, okay, well, let me ask you something. What else is there? There's water heaters are more expensive, right? It's not just furnaces or heat pumps they're trying to convert people to. Do you think they'll ever give tax credits like they do with solar? I'll bet you'd sell a hell of a lot of heat pumps if they did tax credits.
Well, there's some amazing tax credits in Colorado for
What?
heat pumps.
For state tax.
Yeah, they're not in my market, so
Yeah.
I top of my head I can't remember, but I'll get you the name. But north of us, up towards Fort Collins area.
Really?
Is it Excel Energy?
Yeah.
They're offering, I believe it's something crazy like $2,000 or $3,000 a ton.
What?
Yeah, it's
I'll have to look that up.
enormous. We don't have that in the Springs, but it's literally a couple $1,000s a ton, I believe, for upgrading to these low temp heat pumps, the ones that can produce heat down to -5, -10 degrees.
Okay.
So that's where they're selling a whole lot of heat pumps is North Denver to Fort Collins.
Okay. By the way, there was a study done about honesty around the country. What they did was they calculated. This, by the way, was a gambling site, believe it or not, and it's called Dual Bets. But you can't access it from America. I just happened to find it in my research. But they look at a number of factors like property crime, fraud, like convictions and arrests, although they look at divorce. They look at what they are calling gaming cheats. They're looking at catfishing victims. They're looking at employee theft. Now, where they get this to build this matrix, I don't know. All I know is it looks pretty credible. And the guy is from Dual Bits, the research, and they factored in, as they said, property crime, fraud, divorces, searches for video game cheats, searches for affairs, having affairs on your husband or wife, catfishing victims, and employee theft. Also, some more devious searches, like how to kill people and stuff. The results revealed that Denver is the 7th most dishonest city in America.
Oh my gosh.
The 7th. The most dishonest place based on this matrix. Now, I would think New York would be up there. Do you know that New York City doesn't even make the top 10?
That's crazy. I would not have thought that.
No, it doesn't even make the top 10. And neither does Los Angeles. Now, I would have pegged New York and Los Angeles as the worst of the worst. No, Miami, followed by Atlanta, and then Vegas, Seattle, Portland, Albuquerque, and then Denver, 7th. Dallas is 10th. But really, when you think about it, there is a lot there is a lot of dishonesty. And in fact, I had a guy just the other day, and it's coincidental. I have you on the show, Mike. It had to do with home services, and they say that and again, this is Mike loves his customers. He loves doing business, and I'm not going to try to make him say bad things about customers, but I do know that he observes people because they serve thousands of people. I mean, they're a really good company, but I think we're not talking about the average or good customer. But I'll bet you, Mike, you have run across customers that are more and more. And again, this is just a fact of life. We're not talking about the majority, but there are people that are just dishonest and they try to get over on you, right? I had a guy in home services that said he's never had more of a time when people have tried to get over on him.
Yeah. So for years, I've always said 2% of the population is put here just to try to screw you.
That's right. Yeah, okay, that's a good way of putting it.
And so,
because that's about probably the stats if you go by people calling me. I mean, and 2% is a lot, by the way. And we're talking about 2% of just nasty people.
Right.
Now there are plenty more cheats than 2%, but these are just people who set out to be evil. I mean, I swear to God. So what of your observation? Have you ever has a customer ever tried to blackmail you? I mean, you guys do such a good job, but to get added value, I had this one company say that they won't go there anymore because the very first thing they said, if you don't also do this, I'm giving you a bad review.
Yeah, that's pretty
Reviews are blackmail.
Fairly standard now that if somebody, you find that out that if, you did this, but this broke, and if you don't fix it, even though it wasn't, here's a perfect
exactly.
one. You came in and replaced my water main and shutoffs.
Yeah.
Now my water heater's not working. If you don't replace it, well, I'm going to give you a 1-star review.
By the way, Mike, what you're describing is called a blamer. I actually went through my data bank and I did it with AI. This is wonderful. So I took AI and looked for keywords in my data banks. And I discussed this just a little briefly at one time, but now I've actually quantified it, where I went back and I found what I call undesirable customers, traits that they have, And a blamer was exactly one of them, a blamer. Now, I did not put a hierarchy on it, so I can't tell you if blamers are number one or number two or number three, but I'm telling you it's one of the characteristics of a pain in the ass customer, meaning at just what he said, you can work on the furnace and then the water pressure goes down.
Yeah, and it's our fault.
And okay, in the auto business, they call it, if you touch it, you own it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So once you take a car in the auto business, no matter what you do, if something else goes wrong, we get a call and they say they did this or they did that. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but if you're in business, I know that you've come across blamers. They're called blamers. All right, we got more to talk about. Dan McKenzie is doing my estate plan. I've waited a long time with a year battle of cancer. Thank God I'm over that. I mean, for now, and it looks good. But man, was I in a hurry to get an estate plan done. Don't ever put yourself in this position. Dan will sit down with you or his team and come up with a solid plan. It just takes 2 or 3 visits and you're done. Sometimes you can do it by phone as well. Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law. And again, please don't wait, okay? Just simple will. He can do trust as well. 833 CO plans.
Nope.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Now, impact traffic.
All right, not doing too badly here in town. We're still dry, although we're getting wet if you're heading west. The Foothills Drive, most routes, including I-70, kind of a rain-snow mixture, so it is sloppy. It might be slow at times, but it's not snow-packed. It's not icy either. Looks like right now, as far as freeway volume, very light. South I-25, you got some company coming into downtown through Spear, as well as I-76. Westbound at 74th, that's where we had a crash, but it is off to the shoulder. With traffic, I'm Jonathan.
This report is sponsored by Wellness Unmasked with Dr. Nicole Sapphire.
Medical headlines, they're everywhere. But what do they really mean? Join me on Wellness Unmasked for a deeper look, plus the latest from the Maha movement. Listen to Wellness Unmasked with Dr. Nicole Sapphire on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I don't know where they came up with that expression, salt of the earth, but Eric was in yesterday, Eric Beavers, the owner of GreatWesternBuildings.com. And yes, salt of the earth comes to mind. This guy's a great guy, and he described how he grew from nothing into an amazing factory for steel buildings. If you're looking for a building direct to the consumer, they have engineers on staff. They serve all 50 states. In fact, I found out the other day they're international. They send buildings everywhere. They do beautiful buildings, 100% steel, guaranteed for American steel, guaranteed for life. And you will love GreatWesternBuildings.com. Hey, CMG Finance, John Clace is our partner in lending. He can be your partner in lending.com. They do direct loans. They're mortgage bankers, but here's what else they do. The all-in-one loan. That's a 30-year line of credit on your house. So you can borrow it up, and then if you get extra cash, you pay it down anytime you want. And that's a 30-year line of credit. They can also do this. Any dime you have in the bank for any length of time, even you keep it there just to pay bills, for every day it's in the bank, it counts against your average daily balance. So you pay an effectively a less rate. John Clays, it's partnerinlending.com.
Thank you.
Right.
Right by me. We've heard those words. Right. The kitchen's done right. Our forte is custom kitchens, but also ever since we started recommending kitchen cabinet refacing and custom countertops. With our unique refacing process, you'll get a brand new looking kitchen without an inexpensive gold kitchen replacement. How's it done, Todd? Folks, we'll install custom hand-cut cabinet doors and door cup and refurbish your existing cabinet boxes with a quarter-inch thick overlay to match, not a veneer. We offer additional cabinets.
Let's see.
Sliding shelves and new doors. Countertops and quartz, granite, solid surface, or the stunning design. Then the folks should call now. Why? Well, great cash incentives or a special financing rate of 0% for 72 equal monthly payments. With good credit. Call for details. Kitchens, bathrooms,
You're even too young to have been a fan of Vines.
No, actually, I'm not.
Oh, you were in the Vine?
I grew up on Vine, yeah.
On what?
A video platform called Vine.
Oh yeah.
V-I-N-E.
That wasn't that it wasn't around that long.
Nope.
Twitter bought it.
Fine, I remember that. What brought that up, Janice?
Me talking. Just me talking. Somebody's reposting a bunch of them on TikTok, and I cry.
Oh, that's...
Well, this thing's just zipping right along, and as a matter of fact, you don't have Dragon today. It's me all day.
Oh, okay.
No reprieve.
Be happy.
No, you don't get any break today.
No Dragon? Oh.
Told him to go away. All right, coming back.
Price is guaranteed.
Hi, Tom Martino. Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And I knew that somebody would get political. They said, did you notice the dishonest cities are all left-leaning? Now, I'm just reading my text. Speaking of my text, there are about 3 or 4 people that text me every single day, and all they text me about is Trump, what they hate about him. Now, by the way, I'm not going to be here and try to convince you he's a great guy or anything. I'm not getting into that or politics. I tend to just love people, want to be conservative fiscally, financially conservative. I don't get into lifestyle things. I don't judge people, none of that. I don't want to get into it. But I will say that these 3 or 4 people, one thing I can say, I don't know. They represent a lot of people. And I don't know if you noticed this, but there are some people, I swear to God, all they do. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve criticism or he's a great guy. I'm not saying this. That's all they do is criticize Trump. In fact, the entire philosophy of the Democrats and the left right now is to criticize Trump. And I don't know what they're going to do when they don't have him to criticize anymore. I mean, that is their platform. They don't put forward. I have never heard a constructive idea put forward. Again, I'm not sticking up for Trump. I'm not. Okay. In my opinion, you'd have to. you can't make an excuse that he's a great fellow. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about his politics or anything. I mean, the guy's confrontational. Let's face it. That's his style. He doesn't care if people like him or not. He's approaching he's 80 now or
80.
approaching 80 and his last term, he can never run again. He doesn't care. But here's the bottom line. I want to get away from that. And I want to know this. What are people going to do? They don't have an original thought in their head. I swear to you, these texters, I even said to one of them, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of this. I'm actually getting tired of this. All you do is send me links and tell me things about Trump and how much you hate Trump. Again, give it a rest. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. And my opinion is that you have no creative thought whatsoever. But have you ever wondered? And again, this is not pro-Democrat, pro-Republican, anti-Democrat, anti-Republican. I'm just wondering, truly, what are they going to run on when they can no longer have Trump to be against? What will they actually put forward? I wonder, because they're taking too much time hating Trump. They have never had, I don't know of any platform. And please text me, you loudmouths who keep texting me about Trump every single time. Just text me, okay? Here's one. Tom, look at this clip. Way to alienate Americans. The buffoon in charge, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's like, that's all they do. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Somebody said to me, Tom, salt of the earth, when you mention that, did you know it comes from Matthew 5:13? Actually, I didn't know. You know what? Maybe I thought. I don't know that for sure, but if that's what you say, I'll take you at your word. I talked about salt of the earth when I was talking about one of my sponsors, Great Western Buildings. And speaking of sponsors, I have Mike with me right now, Robinson from Smith Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Electric and Drains. And these guys, this company's been around a long time, and Mike has grown it quite a bit. You're expanding. You're expanding out of the Springs, right? So people listening, do you go to Castle Rock now?
We do. We go from Canyon City to Castle Rock. So it's about 45 minutes each side of Colorado Springs. We go west up into Woodland Park, that area.
All right.
Especially with our new division, our new septic division. So a lot of septic is outside of the main.
Oh, wait. So you have do you have a drain division now, or just specific? You always had drain.
Plumbing and drain.
So now this is specifically septic.
Septic, yeah. It's a specialized trade. It's a specialized license to be able to do septic systems.
Yeah.
So we now do septic, and that's one of our growth parts of our business.
Septic systems, a lot more people have them than you know. I mean, a lot of them. And speaking of septic systems, what do you need to do when you buy a house to make sure you're not inheriting a big problem?
Yeah, and this is,
do you do any inspections on those? Or
we do. We do all the inspections. The problem is a lot of times we go in to provide honest feedback on the condition of the septic system.
And okay, I hold that thought. I want to come back, because there are parts of a septic system people need to know. And if you're looking to buy a place in the country, you need to know it.
And we just had one. We just had a customer in Pueblo who just bought a house, moved in. 10 days after they moved in, they got poo-poo coming up through their basement floor. We go out there, the whole line needs to be replaced. And I asked them, why did you not? I mean, it's off at the tap. It's done. And it has to be completely replaced. And I asked them, why didn't you get this done? Oh, they said, well, they had to take the toilet off to camera it, so they didn't do it. I'm thinking,
oh my God,
paid
for
a brand new house, and you didn't check
and that can be a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's $60,000. What?
$50,000 to $60,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the problem, Tom, is when you go in the street. Well, now you the city's got you. It's our cost for just flaggers, for permitting.
Yeah.
It's $15,000
just to set up
to do a street dig to the tap.
Frank Duran, the real estate man.com. Remember the name. What Frank will do is an analysis of your home and the market right now to tell you what your house will sell for, the sweet spot, what you'll net, even what you can afford. It's intelligence that you gather before you list, and it's free of charge and detailed. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Now, Impact Traffic.
All right, not doing too badly here in town. We're still dry, although we're getting wet if you're heading west. The Foothills Drive, most routes, including I-70, kind of a rain-snow mixture, so it is sloppy. It might be slow at times, but it's not snow-packed. It's not icy either. Looks like right now, as far as freeway volume, very light. South I-25, you got some company coming into downtown through Spear, as well as I-76. Westbound at 74th, that's where we had a crash, but it is off to the shoulder. With traffic, I'm Jonathan.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.com. If you price custom blinds at a retail store, you know how expensive they can be. At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, Fix It 24/7. The name says it all. They want to fix whatever's wrong before replacing it, but they do free second opinions if someone does tell you you need a replacement, whether it's plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. FixMyHome.com is the website. Now, Fix It 24/7 has this incredible $39 special. They spend a couple hours. They refurbish your AC from the ground up. I mean, they take it apart. They spread out the parts. They clean every nook and cranny, adding efficiency and life. Because dirt and grime, it's the number one reason for your breakdowns and costly repairs. FixMyHome.com. Book now, just $39. FixMyHome.com. Hey, Excel Roofing. I can't say enough about Jay and his team. Yeah, he's a friend, personal. Our kids were born within days of each other, and I've known him for like 30 years. And here's what I want to tell you. It's not because he's my friend. He became my friend because he's an excellent roofer. And I'm telling you, I've done roofs with him. He's done them for me, and he does not only roofs now, but he's taking this honesty and integrity, and he is now offering windows, siding, doors, painting. In fact, gutter cleaning starting at $99 for most cases. $99. Excel is an excellent. EXCEL, excelroofing.com, 303-761-6400, where they never take a down payment ever, and they don't have a penalty clause. 303-761-6400.
Thank you. Kind of funny talking about how old Trump is. That 6-year difference must be a lot.
Yeah, shut up.
Shut up. I know it just moves like dog years at the end there. It's like.
I know. Right, exactly. I know. Just give me something. I mean, I swear to God, it gets tiring.
You know, I'm a business guy. Business environment for my consumers is my most important focus. You know, I don't answer to see investment group in New York, California. We're a family-owned business. So I care about the customers. I care about, to get value in it.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult when interest rates are 14% for unsecured loans. People aren't making their incomes aren't going up in accordance with the cost of living.
Yeah.
Dang, we're not gonna get to this guy till what, like Awesome. Edward, it's Adam. Sorry it's taking so long. We're going to have to go to another break after this one, but after that one, we'll get to you, Paul.
Oh, I didn't know he was there. I'll get right to him right now. Is that okay?
Yeah, we got 3 minutes here.
Okay, good.
Adam?
I'll get him right now. Tell him.
Well,
yeah, you're doing great.
Tom said he'll try and get you right now after this break.
Thank you, Shannon. You son of a bitch.
What? We have a fair amount of faith in you, Tom. Stop.
You let me know. I got. My pleasure, really.
Oh, Clay, here you go.
Radio app today.
I hear. Hey, hi, Tom. Welcome. And let me just say this. I truly appreciate you listening to the show. Edward, hi. What's going on, Edward? What's happening?
Hi, Tom. I'm a frequent listener. Anyway, I know you mentioned you had cancer at one time.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you how you got it diagnosed early. What did you have symptoms? I mean, was there tests? How was that done?
Now, I'm going to say something, and I know a lot of my friends say, "Give all the glory to God, Tom. You were saved in a cancer that's 97% fatal, 97%." And they said, "How did you become one of the 3%?" And the truth is, Edward, I didn't do anything. And of course, I will always give God the credit, but I will tell you this: it's all in where it ends up. So what happened to me is I just happened to develop a tumor right at the tippy top head of my pancreas. So it immediately, upon sprouting, immediately blocked my liver. And because it blocked the bile duct, it turned me a slight yellow. And we were in Hawaii, and my wife said, "Tom, you're yellow." And I said, "Well, it's my tan." She says, "No, you're yellow, and your eyes are yellow." And I went to the gym at the hotel, and I couldn't lift anything. I was so weak. And I said, I have hepatitis. So we get home, and I go to the emergency room, and they say, really terrible news. They held my hand and said, "Sir, you have pancreatic cancer, blah, blah, blah." And I went, "Oh my God." But that's it. That's it. Edward, it just happened to be where it could be found before it spread. All I can say is, that is what made it. I think when they say that pancreatic cancer is unsurvivable most of the time, it's because of how it's diagnosed. Most of the time, these tumors are in the belly or the tail of the pancreas, and they give no symptoms until you're stage 4. But if you have any specific questions, have you been diagnosed recently, Edward?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay. By the way, there are tests you can do and screenings people can do that I can go over if you'd like, that really do help. And I think more and more people should be doing this. We have more coming up. I have Smith Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Trades coming up as well right after this.
Yep.
All right. Hey.
Good morning, Mr. Smith.
Mr. Robinson. I know. I call him Mr. Smith all the time. And then I call it Robinson. The company Robinson.
Isn't your name Smith?
No, his name's Robinson.
Oh, God, dude.
Dude, the company's Smith. I know.
We bought it from the Smith brothers.
For plumbing,
Listen.
heating, cooling, electric, and drains, think Plumbline Services with quality brands like Carrier. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. I use Plumbline in my home. Service professionals, 25 years strong, on a mission of excellence, character, and ethics. Castle Rock to Port Collins since 1998. Plumbline and Carrier. Turn to the experts. No phone call, no hassles. PlumlineServices.com.
Service at home, service at heart. Plumbline Services.
630 KO.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KO. Denver's talk station and iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The U.S. military continuing to block ships heading to and from Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command says the first 24 hours of the blockade, no ships made it through. 6 were directed to turn around. A U.S. official tells ABC News a new round of talks, meantime, could happen as early as next week. ABC's Ian Panel is in Tel Aviv.
Since the start of the war, the president promised this conflict would last only 4 or 5 weeks. Now, with the war entering its 7th week, a fragile ceasefire is in place as oil and gas prices remain high, with no relief in sight.
The Labor Department showing that U.S. wholesale prices surged last month as the Iran war's impact made on energy. The year-over-year gains the biggest in more than 3 years. Energy prices surged 8.5% from February. In D.C. today, Israel and Lebanon delegations holding talks to end the fighting with Hezbollah. And today is Holocaust Remembrance Day, marking the murders of 6 million Jews by German Nazis. This is ABC News. It is back to school for public school kids in the second largest district in the country, the Los Angeles School District, reaching a tentative deal to avoid a strike for 3 unions. Those deals reached with the teachers and administrative unions over the weekend, but the last union representing custodial staff, cafeteria workers, and bus drivers reaching a decision early this morning. Here's ABC's Trevor Off.
It wasn't until about 2 a.m. that the district announced they have this tentative deal in place. Now, all 3 of the deals are going to have to be approved by their unions, but as of now, school will be in session here in Los Angeles.
A strike would have affected about 400,000 school children. The tax deadline now just 1 day away. You can, however, file for an extension if you don't think you're going to be able to file on time. The IRS, though, reminding tax filers that even with an extension, if you owe taxes, you must send an estimated payment or face penalties. I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know. Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
KHOW News Time, 11:03.
A Boulder bar near the CU campus has agreed to give up its liquor license for the next decade. Scrooge Soul's being investigated as the site of possible drugging and sexual assault of underage women.
Yeah.
The city board accepted the license agreement last night.
On or before April 29th, a regulatory staff member will meet with you on site to perform the witnessed alcohol destruction of any unreturned stock.
Boulder police are asking anyone with information about the drugging or assault allegations to contact them. It's been a whirlwind week for a Denver area basketball player. Grandview High School graduate Lauren Betts has been selected 4th overall in the WNBA draft by the Washington Mystics. Betts
but it's WNBA.
First national championship and is the highest drafted woman player in Colorado prep history. The 6'7" center was named the NCAA tournament's most outstanding player. That's the latest. I'm Brenda Stewart.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Anytime a women's team does really well, I think, well, that's great, but they are playing other women, right? So I want them to do well, but.
Just a little on the slow side, but no major difficulties here. We've got rain and snow in the high country and in the foothills. There is a crash, in fact, on I-70 eastbound, causing delays between Empire and Idaho Springs. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.com. If you price custom blinds at a retail store, you know how expensive they can be. At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I've seen the wrong way to sell precious metals, tangled necklaces, mismatched earrings, broken watches, coins. The wrong way is not knowing who you can trust. That's why I recommend David Ellis Jewelry on 3rd and Clayton. He'll weigh it and pay it. He'll
You
even
wanted me
buy
to
your
call
finest
Paul,
jewelry
right?
diamond. I've known
When
him for
we
years.
come back from the top of the hour.
2640 East 3rd Avenue.
What's that? What do we what?
He wanted me to call Paul at the top of the hour.
Oh, it's now.
Okay.
Because it's a minute away.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn competitive pay for the rides you complete, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 15 years old, a clean driving record, and caregiving experience with children, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text JOURNEY to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real
Can Tom
difference
hear
for
me if I
students
talk?
right in your neighborhood.
Tom did what?
Can you hear me if I talk?
Yeah.
Tom, you wanted me to call Paul, right?
Hey, Tom!
Yes.
Okay, what am I getting him on for again?
He's going to tell us about a new product. He knows.
Okay.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. I got Mike Robinson with me from Smith Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Electric, and Drains, and they're doing septic systems as well, from Canyon City to Castle Rock, and he's here with us. We're discussing home services. I also have Edward on the line who asked about my cancer, and I'm not sure why. Is Edward still on? Does he have any lingering questions? I just wanted to tell everyone that one of the things that was a saving grace for me was not that I had some courageous battle that I put up. He was asking about it, what happened, and it was simply where it was, and it was isolated. It never spread. It did not what they call metastasize. So we were able to get it, remove it, and follow up with the chemo and radiation, and I thank God for that. But here's the bottom line: I didn't. People say, "My God, Tom, you beat it," but I didn't. I mean, I did, but I didn't, because it was just found at the right time on the right spot. And I don't know why, actually. I often wonder, is there a meaning to all of this, or is it just what, you look at when things like this happen to you, you just really wonder. You just wonder. I mean, my family never had one case of cancer going back generations. Not one. Anyway, so Edward, I'm not sure if you have an additional question or not. It sounded like you did. Were you just curious, Edward?
I'd like to know on the screening test you were going to provide me.
Yes, there are screening tests. There's one called, they call it the Grail test, and they call it that because, jokingly, they call it the Holy Grail, meaning that it's really comprehensive. A lot of experts will tell you that they chase a lot of false positives with the Grail test because it doesn't necessarily, I mean, if it comes back with no markers, it's a pretty good indication. But sometimes it has markers, and some of them turn out to be false. But there are people that swear by it. My wife just had it done, and it said no cancer risk, basically. None detected it, I should say. And it's really depends on the test, really, on what the results are. You can end up finding something positive, and then you go down that road. But it's called the Grail test. And, any good doctor will know how to have that done for you. Another one, of course, and this is something that no one does, and they can't. It's cost prohibitive, and that's a periodic a PET scan. I mean, or with contrast to CT. I mean, it would be an ideal world if we could all go in and do blood work. I do blood work every 3 months, and I always have. And you do blood work, and you adjust your supplements and your diet accordingly. But it would be a perfect world if we could all go in and get scanned, because things would be found immediately. And really, but insurance companies won't pay for it, and they just don't. But the CT scan and the Grail test. Now, if you have enough money to pay for it yourself, you can get a healthcare provider to do it. What were you going to say,
Tom? So, do you need both a CT scan and this?
Well,
and the Grail test?
That's debatable. That's debatable. There is no perfect science. So some say you need both. Others say just do your scans once a year, and others say just do the Grail test.
How long does it take, and what do they cost for a cash paying customer?
For a Grail test, that's about $800, I believe, now.
Okay, and is that recommended annually or several years? What's the recurring?
I thought they said every 2 years.
And the CT scan, how much does that cost?
Now that I don't know, but I don't know what a CT.
Hey, if there's a provider,
it has to be with contrast, because what that does is highlights any growths or tumors.
How about I call your healthcare provider and see if they can offer us kind of like a Groupon deal for our listeners?
Yeah.
Well, seriously, I mean, we can send a ton of new customers their way, and maybe if they discount the test from $800 to say $250, $300 for cash paying customers.
I bet you the CT scan, I'll bet you it's about a couple grand. Don't you think? I don't even know.
I don't know. I've never had one.
Okay. So a lot of people don't, and I don't know if you fall into this category. Maybe you don't, T. And I don't know about you, Mike, but a lot of people don't want to know. They say, I don't want to be scanned. Now, Oprah made the scan popular years ago, I think, because she had it done. And when you can afford to have it done, you have it done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but, I don't know. I guess the theory is if you catch anything in time, except that's not necessarily true. Because here's what I was told. You can catch, for example, well, no, I guess you can. I guess you can. Even if it's so-called inoperable, it's not inoperable usually in the beginning. It becomes inoperable when it wraps itself around a certain artery, or it's too deeply seated and you can't get to it. So really, I guess the theory of finding it early still holds out. Like I said, I wish it was routine that people had physicals, and in the physical, they did a scan and they do comprehensive blood work. If you think about it, you would almost never be caught by surprise. Almost never. Now, you and I both, D, go and get our blood work done regularly. And I don't know. They do have a bit, there are some markers in those tests. It's not the Grail, but there are definitely some markers that would show abnormalities a bit that you can chase down.
Yeah, I just got mine back a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. And I guess they have tumor markers they can look at in your blood, and they let growth factors and different things that could point to it. So, Edward, how old are you, man? Did he hang
I'm 72, Tom.
You're my age.
Let me ask you a question. How did they deal with the tumor in your pancreas?
How did they do it? They
How did they deal with it?
It's a Whipple procedure, it's called. And what they do is they took half of my stomach and part of my pancreas and part of my intestines, and they take it out. They bore a big hole, even though it was an isolated tumor. And there were some that recommended all you do is take out the tumor. Others said do the entire Whipple, and they bored. I call it boring a big hole. They replumbed me though, and so my stomach. My part of my stomach's gone, part of my pancreas, my gallbladder's gone completely, and then part of where the intestines attached to the stomach, part of that's gone. So really, my digestive system is altered forever, and that's how they dealt with it. One thing, here's another thing I want to mention. And again, I don't want to dwell on myself and all that, but as far as pancreatic cancer, it used to be you never heard about it. You never heard about it ever. It was so rare. And my goodness, I can't tell you how many people, almost everyone I talk to knows someone who either has or had pancreatic cancer. Now, I've had some dear friends that I met that were diagnosed around the time I was, and most of them are deceased right now. And we were diagnosed together. It was we met each other going through treatment or doing cancer walks or stuff like that. So, Edward, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a weird discussion because there are a lot of people that don't want to know. They just want to leave well enough alone, or they want to just eat healthy and do everything they can and just hope nothing ever happens. Anyway, 303-713-TALK is our number, 303-713-8255. Now, when we come back, I'm going to talk about something that is a new development in products for water safety that you will absolutely want to hear if you can just hold on. But I also want to tell you about Renew Home Innovations and their beautiful porcelain imported from, they're one of the largest importers of Italian porcelain direct to consumers for really great prices. They do the showers in 2 or 3 days, these walk-in beautiful showers, and you have a year to pay with no interest. RenewHomeInnovations.com.
Yep. Nothing.
When you call in,
with
if you
the
still need
wellness company. And that's the doctors who talked about the COVID and the shots and all that. They have now clinics. They have clinical trial data that shows that using ivermectin and albendazole.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of it.
Had an 88%.
Good morning, Troubleshooter Show. Did you want to talk to Tom and the gang?
No progression.
Fantastic. Hang on, I'm going to get you over to Adam. Get your name.
That's miraculous. I've been seeing headlines about. Of course, it's always an alternative media.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, I've been following that.
If you want to call in just about like 10,
they're talking
10,
about
5,
having some success with Alzheimer's and dementia because.
No, I can send you the number to call in if you want.
Up on the brain is actually from parasites.
Yeah, awesome. I'll text it to you.
So
awesome.
By taking this, or actually by killing the parasites, or reducing.
Sweet, can't wait, Stephen. Thank you so much.
Speed of onset, or actually recovering some of this.
Maybe even reversing some.
Yeah,
Troubleshooter Show, can I get a first name?
It's phenomenal. They actually have now they have a complete center in Florida. Florida is sort of a place for this alternative medicine because they have.
Oh, of course. Okay, I'll let them know. Thank you, Edward. Have a good one.
The head of their medical.
Troubleshooter Show, can I get a first name?
In favor of looking alternatives. They're the ones that banned any MNR.
David, and what can we help you out with, David?
Yep. They did all this. Well, they're actually bringing in these places and they're conducting clinical trial study, peer-reviewed studies on using alternatives to battle some of these cancers. So it's pretty exciting because what you went through, Tom, with my wife, my ex-wife went through.
Your wife went through it?
My ex-wife.
Oh, wow.
She had breast cancer. So she went through the whole double mastectomy. She went through the whole thing. Actually, I think that what ended our marriage was what they call chemo.
Chemo what?
Chemo brain. Like she went through that after the whole thing, and she just became a different person. Like to this day, I talk to her and I go, I don't know who this person. It wasn't the person I spent 25 years with.
Sorry.
It was tough on the kids.
I bet it still is.
But don't feel sorry for me. I married Eva. It was the love of my life and the most amazing woman I've ever
From
met.
Poland.
So you get to eat a lot of sauerkraut.
Oh, well, let's see what happens without talking to Tom. We don't necessarily solve anything off the air, but I'm wondering who we can
she's
direct
obviously
you to. What area of law is it?
Websites and all that good stuff. Oh,
Because maybe,
Polish plumber. She comes from
maybe we can track.
Oh my God.
So,
Okay.
Greatest story I tell people is when I first met her. You know, I was dating after.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
She goes, "What do you do?" And a lot of times when you tell women, "Oh, I'm in the trades. I do heating."
well, I was just gonna say what body parts she sucks
Because
in.
they don't think you're not a high
Oh, hideous bitch. Man, the last time I talked to her, she
trade
was
for
such
them.
a
They
hideous
don't think you can.
gun.
Oh, it's not glamorous.
It's not glamorous.
Humorless.
Understandable.
But I digress. All right, well, listen, maybe Adam can direct you to one of our attorneys on the referral list. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know how we can do it. But give Adam a minute here to pull up the referral list and possibly track something down. Okay?
She goes, "Hold on.
Hang on, brother.
Cowboy.
You bet.
Let's get through a couple drinks first."
Oh, yeah.
When was that? That's absolutely a
the
true
first thing I
statement.
want to express is my condolences. That's
It was,
extremely
10 years ago.
heartbreaking and devastating to hear, and I can't imagine what you and your family are going through. That's just awful.
It's gone. I'll tell you what's interesting too is I did a 21-day parasite cleanse with ivermectin. And mebendazole from the wellness group. I said, well, what's it going to hurt? It's a parasite killer. But I did that, and I will tell you, for the last, I'm going to say 20 years anyway, 25 years, I've always had bowel movement, irregularity. After I did that 21-day thing, I have been
I'm defeated by this. I'm fucking defeated by this program.
Okay.
It keeps saying make the required selection, and I do, and it doesn't take
25 years.
What did that cleanse entail?
Just taking one capsule once a day of ivermectin, they do the mix for it, and it's a parasite.
Okay.
And it's
Okay, David. So what we can do for you is we have a website called the Referral List that has a ton of companies that we endorse and that some of them we've worked with personally. Or what we can do is, if you want, I can put you on with Tom. We don't have to use your real name, but if you just want to ask it.
Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I want to go to Paul Dowding now with waterpros.net. Paul, you called me the other day and said that, I have a reverse osmosis system in my home. It's a 3-filter reverse osmosis with a small tank. And you say there's a new product out that you're carrying. Can you explain that?
Yes, Tom. I'm proud we finally have a tankless reverse osmosis system made in USA that I 100% believe in. I was a skeptic of this.
You're saying it's
technology.
tankless? It's absolutely tankless.
It's tankless. So it doesn't need a holding tank. It can produce up to 600 gallons of drinking water per day. It's got a built-in leak detector, which is foolproof. It also monitors filter lifespan. But the best thing about this technology, Tom, you can hook it up directly to the cold water side of your kitchen faucet.
And it doesn't require, you hardly need any room at all.
That's right. Exactly correct. And it's RO water. Now, the best thing about this is that this filter on the membrane side, and this is going to get technical, but I'm down to 0.0001 micron. So you're going to get 99.999% of all the junk you want, including pharmaceuticals, heavy metals, total dissolved solids. Now, like all reverse osmosis systems, this application is going to depend on how hard your water is. If you have extremely hard water, you definitely want to, use a water softener before this system. But I'm excited about this technology. It's tankless. And at 600 gallons a day, this is 600 gallons of RO water. So instead of having a separate faucet, because of the flow rate, you can hook this directly to the faucet on the kitchen sink and have RO water coming right out of your kitchen sink.
That's incredible. Can you talk about price?
Yeah, so here's the best thing. I thought about this. So retail on this unit, we're about $2,200 installed, but for your listeners, okay, for your listeners only, they call and we'll do it for $1,800 installed.
And this is tankless, man. This is great. And it's all the water you need, right? All the drinking water. You never have to worry about drinking water again. I'm going to give out your number. Thank you, Paul, very much. This is a tankless reverse osmosis, and it's 303-862-5554. 303-862-5554. You can ask them about the other reverse osmosis as well, waterpros.net. David, what's going on with you, David? Welcome to the show. What's happening?
Hello, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having the time for me today.
What's going on, David?
I've listened to your show. Real recently, I moved into Denver from the outskirts of Brighton. And my dog had gotten out of the backyard because the fence wasn't secure. And first of all, this is a great dog. And I called the Denver police and figured out where I might be able to find him. I found him and on a website, and I went into the establishment to pick him up. Filled out all the paperwork, went in the back.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean you found him? I don't understand. What do you mean you found him on a website? What does that mean? Was he picked up by a shelter?
So, yes, he was picked up, and they said the best place to find him is to go onto the website for your area, and there'll be pictures of all the dogs that they've recently found. He's been gone for about 2 days, and after putting up pictures of him everywhere and stuff, I finally figured out, I should probably call. So I called and I got onto the website and I found a picture of him and I went in there. They were closed. It was 7 at night. So I went in there the next day as soon as I got off of work. I filled out all the paperwork, proved that he was my dog, went to the back, identified him, came back to the front, and I was like, okay, great. I'd like to take my dog home.
Yeah.
And at that time, they told me, we don't do releases after 6 o'clock. I looked at my phone and it was 6:01. And I was like, well, I'm here. I'd like to take my dog home, please.
Yeah. They were being a real stickler. What happened then?
Yeah. So they said you can come back tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and I told them that I work nights and that the probability of me having to get sent out on route on Friday because it's our busy day is pretty high.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't be off until the next day at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And
yeah.
They said that's fine. It's $10 a day. We'll hold him. And I was like, okay, the earliest I can come back is on Monday. They're like, that's fine. It's $10 a day. You can come back on Monday. I returned on Monday at 11 o'clock when they opened, and they informed me that they euthanized him over the weekend.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, and this was not a regular dog. This was a show dog. I was well
Wait
over
a minute.
5,000.
They knew that you went there to pick him up. They knew that, and he was euthanized overnight.
Oh, yes. So I was there on Thursday. I told them on Thursday the probability of me being able to return on Friday was slim. They told me, hey, it's okay. It's $10 a day. I said I could come back on Monday. They were like, that's fine. He'll be here on Monday. On Monday, I returned, and they said they euthanized him on Saturday. So I was...
But why did they... How long had the dog been there?
I believe they picked him up on Monday of the week. So he hadn't even been there for a full week yet.
What's the name of this shelter?
And it's the Denver... let's see here. The Denver Animal Shelter that's off of Bayard.
What is it actually called? Do you know?
Yeah, it's called the Denver Animal Shelter. That's what it's called.
Well, did you like raise hell and say, why did you do this?
You know, I have my 3-year-old daughter with me, and I said, excuse me, I think I misheard you. I thought you said that you euthanized my dog.
Yeah.
And they said, yes, we are the hospital side. I mean, the adoption side failed to communicate with the hospital side that the owner had come in to claim their dog. And I was like, but I filled out the paperwork. And they said, yeah, your paperwork is still in this pile right here on the.
So they acknowledge it was a mistake.
Yes. And I was like, listen, I was told that it was $10 a day and I could pick them up on Monday. I was like, it was 6:01. I wanted to leave with them that day. You said that you couldn't do releases after 6 o'clock. And I envisioned myself basically flipping tables, but I had my daughter with me.
Okay,
and the best thing I could do was just walk out.
David, what kind of a dog was this? You said it was a show dog. What kind of dog?
He's a full-bred Cane Corso.
Are you kidding
He's a full-bred
me?
Cane Corso.
They're very expensive
Yes,
dogs.
And, he was. I waited and went through 2 litters to pick him, and like I said, he himself was over $3,000, and then I put a lot of money into him. I show cropped his ears for show, and not to mention, my dog he knew sign language, he knew Portuguese, he was raised with my children, he was completely off leash trained.
How old was he? How old was he?
He was going to be 4. He was going to be 4 this summer, sir.
So did they offer anything? Did they apologize? What did they do?
They basically were very short with me and said, there's really nothing that we can do. And like I said, I felt my blood and my adrenaline racing.
Yeah.
At that moment, I looked down at my side and my daughter. I was holding my daughter's hand, and I just didn't want to lose all of my emotional control in front of her, so I just walked out.
Did you call them back after that?
I've been pretty emotionally distraught ever since, and I recently looked up reviews, and apparently this isn't something that hasn't happened before, and that's why I wanted to reach out to you, because at this point I'm willing to take all of my tax returns and get a lawyer involved, because I'm beside myself.
But I don't know what you would. I don't know. Now, do they deny? First of all, they admit that you were there the night before.
Yeah, I was there on Thursday. They said, we have your paperwork. I called. I called Friday and said, hey, I'm not going to be able to be in there. I left messages on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I returned on Monday at 11 o'clock, right when they opened.
A 4-year-old healthy, full breed dog, very expensive. Not that matters, but it's not like it was a stray. They knew you came in. It's a Cane Corso, spelled Cane, C-A-N-E, if people want to look it up. Corso, C-O-R-S-O. Hold on a second. Hey, just hold on a second. I want to take a break and talk about this. I want to know if we can get someone from that shelter to talk about this. Maybe you should try over there, Max. Get a number. Axe, get a number off the air from David and see if we can just call over there or anyone he's talked to. I'm Tom Martino, and we have more coming right up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's insanity.
Especially, it was an expensive dog.
I will tell you right now, if I was there at 6:01 and they said I couldn't get my dog, I said, I'm going to go get my dog. Do you have anybody here who's armed? Because you're going to need it.
Well, why can't
I knew where my dog was and identified it, and they said, so I can't get it.
Is that one? And
I know.
I said, I'm going to go get it.
I know.
Do you have anybody here that's really, really big or armed? Because you're going to need that before I get my dog. God. We're going to bring the police, sir. Will you get the police? I'm going to go get my dog. Yeah, there's no way. what people do, the ignorance of people out there, the ignorance of it's just.
I know it.
It's just it's incredible.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to give them a call, see if I can get someone on. Again, this is
and you've dealt
incredibly
with this, how many
disgusting
years,
from
Tom,
them.
listening to
I know it.
things and you just go,
all right.
Are you kidding me?
It is.
He
Okay,
usually
please hang on
distracts
tight.
himself with other projects. That's how he maintains his mental whatever.
My insanity. It's
Like
it's
he's
crazy.
he's reading softcore porn right now off his screen. He didn't want to let on that. As the breeze gently caressed her bare body on the, that's what he's doing.
Oh, they are closed till 12:30.
They're closed for what?
They are closed till 12:30.
Oh.
Well, they're killing.
Hold on, I'm going to try.
Must be a
anyway.
busy day killing dogs over there. I'll tucker you out.
Okay, that's not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay. See, I wonder if that's me, because I hit it and then it hung up.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Hit it. Oh, man, are you calling yourself?
Yeah, are you
Troubleshooter
calling
Show,
yourself?
Make it a first name?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come right out to her. Jesus
What? Think
Christ,
so?
people are so impatient.
Okay. I'll add that comment on the show. Thanks. So that number just gets redirected to like a Denver.
What does?
The shelter number I tried calling.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna try one more time. I just hate Denver so much.
Why?
I don't know. I just think they do everything so complicated. Because the shelter number, when I call it, it says, "Thank you for calling our 311 number. If this is a medical emergency or a police emergency, hang up and dial 911." So I don't know if it's like a redirected line until they're open, which is my guess. But
I see.
If there's an option on the phone tree for Rainbow Bridge, press that number.
what's Rainbow Bridge? Is that like a gay stripper?
Nope, that's where the dogs go when they die.
Oh.
Sparky has gone over the Rainbow Bridge. Right? Never heard that?
Well, a caller called in and said they think that since it's a show dog, they probably sold it or stole it.
Oh. Or did they give the dog back deceased?
That's a good question.
Show me the body.
You know, that does. He didn't get to see the dog. They probably did give it to a friend.
Right, because if you're coming in at 6:01 to pick up a dog, I feel like me personally, I'd let him pick it up. I mean, it's only 1 minute past. I don't see how that's like enforceable.
I know.
Coming back with Me and You and a dog named Boo. Great song.
My cat's named Boo.
No.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. You wouldn't believe how many people are texting and calling about this shelter thing. And they believe, look, first of all, if the dog was only picked up on Monday and then you went there as well, and it's a full breed dog, obviously not a stray. Did he have a chip or a license or any collar or anything on him, David? A lot of people believe that somebody stole your dog, that it really isn't probably dead at all. David, did it have any identifying marks or a chip?
Yes, he was chipped from the breeder, and I went into the back and I found him. I seen him. I pet him. I told him.
Oh, you actually did.
I told my dog. Yes, I told my dog I would be right back. He was crying. He was whining, and he was afraid. And that's the most heartbreaking part. Is that the last time I seen him, I told him I would be right back. We went to the front.
Wait a minute. So then you went to the front, and she said it's too late.
Correct.
But you saw your dog.
We don't do release.
Was your dog in a cage?
Yeah. Yeah, he was in the back in the holding area, in his own little.
And you said, "I'll be right back." Okay, but you didn't see your dog after they put him to sleep or killed him, did you?
No, sir. No, I went to the front. They said, I was like, all right, I already filled out all the paperwork. Let me get my dog. And they're like, oh, we don't do releases after 6 o'clock. I looked at my phone and it was 6:01. And I was like, come on, man, I'm here.
You had filled out all the paperwork, and you even went to see your dog, and all they had to do was hand it over.
Yes.
But instead, instead, they told you, we don't do it after 6. It was 6:01. And then the next day they tell you it's dead.
Well, that was on Thursday, and they said, you can come back tomorrow. And I was like, listen, the probability of me having to work late tomorrow is very high because Fridays were really busy.
Okay,
so
got it. And you said, how much will it cost?
It was $50, and then they said they were like, no worries, you can come back. You can come back on Monday. It'll be $10 a day, and I was like, that's fine. If it's $10 a day, I don't care. I'll be back on Monday then. And when I came back on Monday, they said he was euthanized.
Oh, because it was a week, right? They kept it a week.
Well,
but you did not see.
They euthanized him on the spot.
I have a feeling somebody took your dog. You know, they're not stupid. They know breeds of dogs. And if this was a purebred Cane Corso, that's an expensive dog.
Well, the thing is that he was very well trained, and he was not approachable by people that didn't know him. So the probability of somebody just trying to take him is very slim. He wasn't aggressive, but I trained him. You know, I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old. And, you know, he's trained to protect the house. So, you know, I wish that was the case.
Right.
You know,
you don't think anyone adopted it.
No, I don't, because they also said that he was not. That's what they said. They're like, look, he wasn't adoptable. And I was like, well, he wasn't going to be adopted. I came in last week and filled out all the paperwork, and that's when they were like, listen, we apologize, but the rescue and adoption side failed to communicate with the hospital side to let them know that the owner had come to pick the dog up, and he was euthanized.
Wait. So you were on.
An acceptable answer.
They said they did not communicate with each other. So
correct.
This could happen. This could happen again and again.
Well, after reading the reviews really recently, I've read a few that were like, hey, be very, very cautious with this place. They will hold your dog to maximize the money that they can get. They will euthanize your dog to get the money from the state. be very cautious with this place. And I mean, I just read these reviews yesterday, and that's what prompted me to
And
reach out and
what
call
did
you.
what did you look up to find them? To find these reviews?
I went to their website and I just looked at their reviews.
Okay.
And I just a few minutes ago, I emailed you a bunch of pictures of him.
Okay. That's terrible. That's terrible. I mean,
we're heartbroken over here. I mean,
are you going to sue them for the value of the dog?
Yeah, I spoke to the breeder, and I spoke to a few other people. I mean, I'm a dog trainer myself, so this is something I'm passionate about, and I take a great deal of pride and responsibility in what I do. And everybody that I spoke to is like, you should sue them, and you should also sue them for the emotional damage that's being done. I mean, to be honest with you, I got my other dog, and I went and stayed at my dad's for about a week and a half just because I couldn't go back home to see where he would be laying, to see his water dish. I mean, it
was emotional. Hey, is this the place? Is this the place on? Hold on, man. Is this the place on West Bayou,
yes.
or whatever they call it? That's what. That's the place.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm looking at their reviews. They have mostly good reviews. But. I'm telling you that there's no excuse for this. I don't get it.
There's no excuse.
Did you ask to talk to
It
someone?
was that big of a deal. Yeah, and I just didn't want to. I didn't know if I should basically expose myself or if I should get a lawyer involved first. Because
I don't know what you're going to sue for.
There.
I'm not sure what you're going to sue for. The value of the dog, possibly. The cost of the dog plus the dog's training. I mean, how much do you have tied up in this dog with training? Well, you did the training, right?
I did the training, yes, which is, I couldn't tell you the hours, but I mean, just in the purchase price and the cost of his ear cropping, which was show dog cropping, I'm really close to $4,500 in just those two things.
Dimitri, what do you think of the chances here in small claims court? They're not even denying that he went to pick up his dog. It was 1 minute after 6 when he saw the dog, but by the time he filled out the paperwork, it was 1 minute after 6, and they said it's too late. You got to come back. He worked late the next day, and they said, don't worry about it. It's going to be $10 a day. And then you went back Monday. This was a Friday. You went back Monday, and they told, or was it a Thursday you went the first time?
Thursday, the first.
The first time was Thursday.
Yeah, and then you said, I'm going to work late Friday. Right. But you were there in person, and they're not denying that.
Correct.
And they knew it had an owner. It was chipped even, and they killed your dog Sunday night.
Over the weekend, I was told either Friday or Saturday, which is just crazy to me.
And Tom, if I heard this correctly,
yeah,
I only caught just a small part of this call because I was working on another case.
Right.
David believes that someone may have actually stolen the dog.
I believe that. He doesn't necessarily believe it. He says he doesn't think so because the dog was a one-person dog.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't sue for, my understanding of this is you can't sue for the pain and suffering and the loss.
Right. Not in small claims court.
Well, anywhere, dogs and cats.
Well, that's right. The law is changing on that. You're right. But usually dogs are considered personal property.
Right.
And they don't allow emotional attachment, except there have been attorneys in this city that have fought and won more money. But David,
but Tom, hang on. But let me finish that thought. It sounds like it was a valuable dog.
Yes,
right? And so
he has about $4,500 tied up in this dog.
Yeah, maybe David can extract some revenge against the scumbags that murdered his dog by dragging their fat lazy asses up and down those courthouse steps a few times. Whether it gets them anywhere or not.
Getting an attorney, I don't think getting an attorney is going to help. I mean, really, I don't. We got a comment on this, but I got to take a break. So hang on, Bo, and we'll talk about this right after this.
Yep.
I have to, Tom, these people who say this stuff, I mean, they're all good, honest, hardworking people. If I was there, saw my dog, and the lady goes, oh, it's 1 minute after she's going to get it, I go, well, besides you, is there anyone else here who's going to stop me from getting my dog?
Yeah.
Do you have some really big people or armed people in this building? Then I'm going to get my dog, you're going to release my dog to me, and if you don't, I'm going to take the fucking dog from you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, literally, if there's anybody coming up to me,
Thank you for coming to the Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name?
He's going to be fucking unconscious.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry, look me up that way.
I know, man. This is so heartbreaking. I mean, there are no words to describe the tragedy.
I mean, I've only had a few dogs in my lifetime. They've all made it to the end. But I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
If you were hurt,
I got you. Yeah. Did you want to come on the air and make that comment, or you just wanted to? Okay. Okay, I'll definitely mention that. Okay, I gotcha. For sure. Okay, I'll tell that to Tom and David. Thank you. You too. Bye. Some of these people's, their voices, I don't know, it just does something to my insides.
Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Well, I feel bad for you.
Oh, it's okay.
Can't fix it, but...
I stepped out. I got an email from David. What am I doing with these photos? Just sending them to Tom.
You got pictures of the dog?
Yeah.
Posthumous?
Is that his name?
No, that's funny. No. Where is the dog now? Besides the Rainbow Bridge. Donde está es papi el muerto? Where the hell is the dog?
Tom, I sent you some photos from David. He sent to the email of the dog. If you wanted.
Hard to say if Tom's listening or not.
That's okay.
I'm listening. I'm always listening, you bastard. Why
You're
are you
like God, but with serious, serious, serious trouble. Always listening. Sent you some photos of the puppy?
Yeah.
Of the puppy.
He is a beautiful dog.
He's so cute.
Here, did you want to see Shannon?
No, I don't want to see the dog.
No.
But in my defense, I don't want to see anything. I was unloading the van up at CU on Friday for football on Saturday. And a woman comes out of a building. Oh, hey. I heard, and we got to talking for a minute. She goes, well, I run the student radio station just right in here. You want to come see the studio? I said, no, hell no. Well, why? No, I got better things to do. Sorry.
Hey, Shannon, has there been any word on any more shakeups, by the way, in that building?
Not yet.
Shakeups?
We scraped some people off of the top of this thing this week.
It's a good way of putting it.
Well, I use that line from Scrooged, the Bill Murray movie. Woman says, he says to Claire, the character Claire, can't remember what the actress's name was.
Yeah.
Says, you got to scrape them off. You got to scrape these people off before they burrow into you. Scrape them off. Good point.
It's the former Denver Dumb Friends League.
Oh, that who it is? Oh, man. Oh, they screwed this up? That's rough, man. They're the Top of the heap.
Gosh. Okay, it's been dropped off. Yeah. You know that this will be a miracle if it's right. Every single time, the exception of none, every single time I've ordered from Chick-fil-A, they've dropped it off. Every single time. Every single time. And I don't know where it breaks down, but this time I made really try to make it very clear. Upstairs. Yeah, on the counter. Okay, we'll go up during the break. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
What time is Joe? Is it 1? Is it 12?
At least he takes a picture of the door. This other woman said they delivered it. She took a picture of the pizza box, literally like this over it on the ground. No door, no nothing. So it could have been anywhere in the United States. It was literally on rock, like on stone, and a picture of blocks. It was never here, never delivered. And she used that picture as proof. That picture could be used anywhere.
App and search 2%. That's TWO% to start listening.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-8255. Deputy Bo, you have a comment on this. I just want to recap. So this guy, his dog got out of the yard, was picked up, brought to Denver Animal Shelter, and he went over there and he saw his dog and said and filled out paperwork. By the time it was done, it was 6:01. They said, "I'm sorry, the cutoff is 6 o'clock for picking up your dog." They wouldn't stay a minute, he said, and he said, "Well, I'll come back for him." But he didn't come back the next day. He came back after the weekend because they told him it would be okay and they would just charge him by the hour or by the day. But instead, they euthanized the dog the next day or something. But here's the thing. People are asking, why did you even wait? Why didn't you go back the next day? Blah, blah, blah. Deputy Bo, what is your comment?
Yes. David should get in contact with the District 7 councilwoman. She's the councilwoman that oversees that
what will
area
happen?
where that.
What do you think will happen? Nothing. Come on, man.
Well, Tom, they're a representative. He could go there and file a complaint and see if the councilwoman will investigate it. Because, Tom, this may have happened more than once.
Well,
there may be something going on at that end. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Of course it won't hurt, but man, you have more faith in government than I do. What are you going to do, David? Are you going to try maybe small claims court?
You know what? I'm an independent contractor for Kroger, and I work nights from 12 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning, and oftentimes on the busy days, we get sent out on route. And that's exactly what happened. After working all night long, I got sent out on route. Yeah. And by the time I got off, they were closed. I would have. Oh, I'm not.
And by the way, David, I'm not criticizing you, but someone said, "Wow, if this was my dog, I would have shown up the second the shelter opened. Waiting 2 or 3 days is weird." Again, I'm just reading comments from people. And another one says, Denver Animal Shelter, if sued, they will certainly play the government immunity card, but the caller should prevail. This seems like negligence. So people are, I don't know if government immunity will cover them. It might. You might end up getting nothing.
Yeah. Well, they admitted that they fouled up by not communicating with the other
what,
side.
Axe, or Bo, if Bo's listening, let's get Bo to call over there to the shelter and try to get a comment. Let's do that. They have to have someone, they're a public agency, to talk to us or to give a comment. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-8255.
Thank you.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay.
his dick dash showed up, and he has to go get it in his mouth. I say we did Chinese all the time because that was almost like the only way you could get it. There were some Chinese restaurants that only delivered.
Right.
But since then, I couldn't imagine somebody else having my food before me.
Well, exactly. You have no idea what they're doing to it. And like that's
and
what
I even just don't want to have put anybody out. I'd rather just go get it. I rode my damn. Then after I left the bike store, I went over here to McDonald's, grabbed me a couple of burgers.
I'm just kidding.
They're only like 700 calories, but how the hell am I supposed to live on that?
Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name? G-E-N-E?
Good afternoon, Troubleshooter Show. Did you want to talk to Tom and the gang?
Lana Cruz alleges she was raped by Congressman Eric Swalwell.
Okay. Did you want to come on and ask Tom? Because I'm not too sure of that company.
That's why I keep yelling. I've actually been yelling.
Okay. Thanks, Glenn. Sorry about that.
Ask where the hell the dog is now.
The latest woman to accuse Swalwell of sexual misconduct. Swalwell has denied what he calls serious false allegations made against him.
Right.
GOP Congressman Tony Gonzalez said Texas also announcing he will retire.
Something's up here, isn't it? So there's something more. There's something that puts this. But I'll ask again. Is that okay? I won't make you stay on hold to ask that. I'll keep screaming it, okay?
Between the U.S. and Iran underway.
You got it. Thank you.
Next week, ABC News.
What was that?
Where the fuck is the dog now?
Died on April 11th at a facility in Louisiana. ICE said the 49-year-old was found unresponsive and transported to a hospital where he died. More from ABC's Armando Garcia.
This is the 15th Mexican national to die in ICE custody on the second trial.
Only 15? God damn it. They just said that this is the 15th immigrant to die in ICE custody. I mean, not that I want, but I'm just saying only 15? Holy crap. I think I've had more people die at parties at my house.
Okay.
Holy
that should be
shit.
looked into, but yeah, for sure. Who has better parties, you or Diddy?
Vance?
No, you or Diddy. Who has better
Oh,
parties?
Diddy. Well, I'm not a fan of oil.
Okay.
I don't like getting greasy. I don't like my hands feeling oily, which leads to dry, cracked, bleeding hands all winter. If I just put some lotion on. So we were raw dogging it, but we had a lot of fun.
All right. Oh, my jeez. Oh, that's Joe. Hey, is this you, Joe? Awesome, perfect. Is there something? I'm doing great. Oh, I'm doing all right.
Sicker than a dog. Ooh, wait a minute.
Okay. The movie event in Highlands Ranch. You got it. Awesome. I'll put you on that hold and get Mark on here. I'm so sorry, Joe. What was the time or the date for that again? Was it? Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Just wanted to double check that. Awesome. Thank you. Please hold. Are you okay?
No.
Uh-oh.
Breathing in coffee.
Oh, ouch.
Big dummy.
Yeah, ouch.
That sucked. But it's over. Everything's gonna smell like Juan Valdez's mule the rest of the day.
Huh. You still called in 10 minutes early. That's fine.
Yeah.
Does he always call in 10 minutes early?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Because I just sent him a little text like, hey, it's at 1:50 or it's 12:50. Nice.
And then what about Major, Marc?
Major, Marc said, where is it?
Now's a good time to send him a 10-minute text. Right?
Sure, I mean, if you think I should. Nope, not talking to you, Siri.
No.
I'm back.
That is a comfort to us all.
Hey Tom, Bo didn't call the place yet because they're still not open for another 30 minutes. But he asked if he asked if you wanted him to go down there.
Yeah, go down there and swing that arm around, man. Scare the hell out of him.
Shut up, Shannon. Actually,
he joked about that the other day. Hey, Adam's sicker than a dog. Maybe we should send him down there.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so we're also getting calls off the air. Where the hell is the dog now?
Dead.
Donde está es Papi El Muerto?
Oh, my God.
Where the hell is the dead dog now?
Oh.
Thank you.
We'll find out.
Because even, Tom, after you're gone, you will still occupy space.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We got a lot to talk about. All you have to do is give us a call. Gene, let's talk to Gene first, then we'll go back to this other problem we're getting a hell of a lot of texts on. Man, are people upset about this. A guy discovers his dog is at Denver Animal Shelter. He goes there, fills out the paperwork, sees his dog, goes out to the front counter. It's 6:01, and they said, sorry, we can't give out a dog after 6 o'clock. When he goes back, the dog was euthanized overnight. Gene, what is going on with you?
You gave me the number of Outlaw Pest Control, and I lost it, and I can't find them.
Are you sure you got it from us?
Yeah, Outlaw Pest Control. I used them. They were $149. They did a good job. Most of them are $600-700, and I can't find them now. Yeah,
Okay,
I got it from you.
With the only one that we use, the one on our referral list is Black Widow Exterminators, and they do pest control. But I've not heard of the one that. Go ahead.
Black Widow Exterminators.
Those are the ones on my referral list for many, many years.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try them then.
Here's the number. You want to write it down?
Yep.
303-797-8640. They've been on our referral list for 25 years.
80, is that 8640?
Yep. 8640. 303-797-8640. Been doing a great job for years. Okay, thank you for calling, Gene. Okay, so, Bo, did you have more of a comment on this situation, Deputy Bo? The guy's dog dead. By the way, David, people are asking, where is the dog? Did you get the ashes or anything? What's going on?
No, I did not. I have not returned. I've been pretty heartbroken about it. They pretty much told me there was nothing that they could do. It's already been carried out. That's all they had to say. They apologized that they didn't communicate with the hospital side. I've not been back there. I had to wait.
Now, wait, when you say the hospital side, exactly what do you mean?
So the building is split up into the two halves. One half is a hospital, and the other half is the rescue and adoption, and where you find lost animals. So my paperwork was still with the paperwork that I filled out claiming my dog was still with the rescue and adoption side. They said they failed to communicate with the hospital side, and he was euthanized by the hospital side.
But why was he in the hospital side to begin with?
Because that's the side that carries out the euthanasia.
Okay.
He was never there, but that's where he got processed to, because they failed to communicate with each other that I had come in, filled out the paperwork, and the owner had come to reclaim my dog.
Wow. Hey, Bo, do you want to call down there when they open? They're going to open at 12:30.
I got a question. Was the dog healthy?
He was healthy as an ox. This guy got exercise every day. He was on a specific diet. He weighed about 165 pounds.
Okay. Okay. Well, Axman's going to give me your information. I'll get a picture, some details. I'm going to go down there this afternoon.
Yeah, and somebody says
calling them's ridiculous.
What's that?
What?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Making a call down there is ridiculous because I believe it's a 311 number. You just will never get through. The best thing to do is I have to go down and pick up a water heater about right across the street from the place. So I'm going to go down around 2:30.
All right, good. Thank you, Bo. I appreciate that. David, stay in touch with us, man. Okay? Okay. And
what's that, sir?
You hang on. Bo's going to talk to you off the air. We're going to investigate this off the air. All right? Scott. You're on the show, Scott. What's going on?
Thanks.
What's happening?
Tom, how are you?
Good.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, so I've got good. I want to notify you about what I believe is a locksmith scam. I needed some. Instead of using the locksmith that I used a lot, I ended up calling at the last minute. There was a sticker on my door, and I needed 5 locks rekeyed. And I called this number, and they took my name, and then I got a call back, and they said it was going to cost $60 charge to get there and $18 to rekey the locks or whatever, a couple of $100. The guy shows up. He's in a minivan and with Utah plates. And he's very insistent, and he's very rude, and he looks at my doors and says, "Oh, I can't rekey your locks. It's going to cost $389 to replace all the locks." So now we've gone from a couple of $100 to $2,000, and I just was fuming, and he was very insistent, and I just decided this is a scam, and basically I said, "No, I'm not going to do that," and then. He wanted me to pay the charge to the trip charge. So anyway, long story short, I gave him $40 and told him to get out of here. And I own another property, and I just found the same sticker on my door. And what these guys are doing is they're going all over Denver and they're putting their stickers on doors everywhere they can find, and then you call them and then they scam you, and they try to upcharge you by $1,000.
It really does. The
Yes, it
locksmith
does.
industry sucks because when you call these numbers, mostly what you get is a central location that sends out your call to any number of locksmiths. They're not affiliated. I mean, in other words, all they are lead generators, these numbers, and they make it sound like they're a local locksmith in your community, and then they upsell you all the time.
It gets even worse, Tom.
Absolutely.
Scott, is this company called Golden Key by any chance? Out of Utah?
Well, I've got the tag, and it says Sarah Jarrow, and then it's a 24/7 locksmith, and I've got the number, and it's the same number that was. It's set. I don't know if you want the number or not.
Not now, but it gets worse than this. You may recall that a few weeks ago we got a call from Colleen, who used the same kind of call this 800 number service. Golden Key came out, said they'll rekey her lock. It was about $100 or something like that. She swiped her debit card, and he had her sign on his phone for that charge, but he scrolled the amount away so that she couldn't see what she was signing. Her debit card got zapped for $1,800. Yeah, and Wells Fargo has refused to. So far, Wells Fargo has refused.
Wells Fargo contest the charge for her.
No, they contested it, and she contested it. They ruled, they ruled against her, so she escalated it, and she just emailed me yet another denial letter from Wells Fargo, and it doesn't explain why they denied the charge back that she requested. It just says, "Hey, we investigated this, and you're not getting your money back."
And what was the name of that locksmith?
Golden Key, and they're also a Utah company, and they might be the same group of scammers. This has been going on all over the place.
Well, the locksmiths that I've used for 20 years, because they were further away, and I just was impatient, and I called the number on the door, which was a mistake. And my good people said, "Oh yeah, these guys do that, and they just go around town putting their stickers on doors."
Let me ask you that.
Commercial buildings, and hope that they'll call them.
That's something I'm puzzled about. As far as the sticker, didn't that, if this is your house, you didn't know that? I mean, what did you think that sticker was?
No.
It's commercial.
No, it's commercial building, and it went vacant, and I needed the locks changed. So I was impatient, and I saw the sticker on one of the doors.
Did you wonder how the sticker got there?
No, you just assume that it's. I assumed. So there's your problem.
Okay.
I assumed that it was just a locksmith that had. So the problem is today I'm at another commercial building that I own, and I see the same exact sticker with the same exact phone number 7 miles away or 10 miles away. It's like,
wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's a managed property, and I have a locksmith, and my property manager takes care of everything. There's no reason for that sticker to be there other than it's just random that these guys are going out on nights and they're just putting stickers on commercial doors all over town. And then they scam you, and then they tell you that you call and they give you a quote for $200, and then they show up and, oh my God, you have to pay $3,000. Well, I was taken aback, and I finally told him to get lost, and he wanted his $60 trip charge, and I threw two 20s at him and told him to get out.
I appreciate the warning, man. I mean, really, thank you very much for that warning.
What I wanted to do was, and if you want the phone number, I'll give it to you. But
I do. I want the phone number. I want the phone number so people, if they can recognize it, what is the phone number?
The phone number is 720-312-1861. I just want to protect others, that's all.
Thank you. 720-312-1861. Beware of that number, folks. And what reason did he give you, first of all? What reason did he give you for not being able to replace your I mean, why did he have to rekey all your locks or replace all your locks? What did he say?
Well, just wanted rekeyed doors, and then I just wanted the doors rekeyed, and he said he couldn't do it. And I said, what do you mean you can't do it? He said it was some special kind of lock that couldn't be rekeyed, and that he would have to replace all the locks, and it was going to cost $380 per lock, and he would do me a big favor, and if I paid him cash, he would do it for $1,000 cash. Well, it was just a setup and a scam.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
And then
I got to run. I got to take this break. People, beware of this locksmith scam. If you see a label on a door, don't be so quick to call it. In fact, we have to really find some good locksmiths. We used to have some good locksmiths. I mean, people that go out on the job. Well, we do have a shop in Boulder, but I don't believe they're mobile. City Lock. They're in Boulder, but we need to find a good locksmith. We got more coming right up.
Yep.
Hand watering trees, shrubs, and flowers is allowed in most areas, so don't miss the Tree Farm's early spring tree and shrub sale going on now. 6-foot tall fruit trees now only $139.99, including apple, cherry, pear, and plum. Ready to bloom lilac shrubs now only $67.46 each. Choose from purple, pink, and white. The early spring tree and shrub sale is going on now at the Tree Farm. Come see.
I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
All the divisions. Well, they can't show up in a Smith truck, so I created a new brand called Seamless Patch and Repair, Invisible Drywall Repair. It's my company. And we feed the guys on it, but I'm also getting some...
You know what sets John Clace apart from other lenders? You're going direct, no middleman. That means low rates and low fees. John offers home loans of all kinds, lines of credit. He's also an expert with people that are self-employed, credit challenged, or just have a unique financial situation. If other lenders say no, John can often say yes. Call John, 303-577-7206. 303-577-7206. John Clace, NMLS ID 271003. CMG Home Loans, NMLS ID 1820. Equal Housing Opportunity.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because Rhino Shield is backed by a 25-year warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take it from Rick. Put down that paintbrush and pick up your phone. Call Rhino Shield at 844-31-RHINO. Call now and receive 15% off the regular price. Or go to rhinoshieldco.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. It still looks great.
For your 15% off, call now. 844-31-RHINO. Or go to rhinoshieldco.com.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Joe Chiano, my friend, the last time we had a movie event in Highlands Ranch, it was a complete filled-out theater. That's why we're having another one. We're going to go see the baby boomer dilemma. We're going to talk about retirement, the pitfalls of Social Security, and everything that else that goes into retirement. Tell the people about it, Joe.
That is right, Mark. You know, this movie is an educational movie. This movie is specifically for people that want to learn the real truth. I'm talking about the real truth about annuities. Number one, the real truth about pensions, the real truth about Social Security, and the real truth about the stock market. You know, so this movie is a phenomenal movie for baby boomers that are nearing retirement or they're in retirement right now. They want to be able to have a guaranteed income for life, and this movie will show them how to do that.
You know what's great, Joe, is when people talk about retirement or start thinking of it, or like you said, when they're already retired, there's a lot of anxiety looking at an IRA or different retirement vehicles. It is so nice that there is products out there that not only give you a guaranteed payment every single month that you can't outlive. You could live to be 120, you're still going to get that, but they also offer the long-term care benefits that most people don't have and can't afford.
That is right, Mark. You know, in fact, we had a caller today that called me today, as a matter of fact, and he wants to roll over a pension that he has for two simple reasons, okay? 2 simple reasons. Number one, you know, if he were to die and the wife was to die, then the kids wouldn't get anything from the pension. That company holding the pension money will keep all the money. Okay, now, so he said, I want to change it to an annuity because I know that you can choose different beneficiaries. And secondly, the pension that he has right now did not offer long-term care. So what if I go to a nursing home, he said to me.
And we know, and Joe, we know how expensive nursing homes can be. People, listen, the movie's free. It's at the AMC 24 in Highlands Ranch. The concessions are free. It's a great educational film. Suzanne and myself will be out there. Go to mymoneymyway.com. Get signed up now. It's coming up quick. mymoneymyway.com. mymoneymyway.com.
My kids were saying, why didn't you do this at the old house when we lived with you?
Your neighbors have a lot to say about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like Beth.
In our old house, we just had the old concrete flooring in the garage, and it's so dirty. And I decided when we built this new home that I was going to be doing our garage floors and our back.
I'm trying to keep my area clean.
Or she overdosed on ibuprofen. No, she took
2?
4.
Okay.
Her mom might have overdosed on ibuprofen when she was in the womb.
Wow, 4.
Here we go.
That's deadly.
Yeah.
You're pretty close
That's
to
not even prescription amount right there. Well, it's because she's so tiny. Why are you there? Why aren't you here? Question mark. Oh, wait. Oh. There we go. With the ellipses.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Your phone's pretty smart.
Except I cracked the screen by putting the business card and receipt for the ridiculously expensive e-bike in the phone and shutting it, and then I open it up later. I'm like, a business card cracked my
You're
screen. Well,
kidding.
son of a bitch.
Do you have a protective film? Oh, no, it's a fold phone. Fuck.
But it's kind of old, and there is a protective plastic layer on the inside.
Yeah, okay.
But it's time for a new one. How about that?
It's about time. Just bought a bike. Why not get a new phone?
There's another $2,000 I can spend this week.
You still like the fold ones, don't you?
Oh my God! The porn just jumps off the
All
page.
right.
What?
There it is. I was going to wonder why I thought
Almost
it was the bigger screen.
My face almost gets wet.
Okay. Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter Show.
Hey, that's funny.
Ignore the email I just sent you. I put it all together. Hour 1 and 2.
Okay, Tom, we're ready for more of you now.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. We'll be saying goodbye to Mike soon. He's got to leave, do some business with, he's with Smith Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, Electric Drains. And I want to ask him really quickly here about a lift system for septic. You said that you know about septic systems, and I want to know, have you ever, somebody texted me and asked if you work on a lift system, and could you explain what that is?
Yeah, so depending on where the bathroom or the wastewater is coming from, if the gravity feed on a septic line is not enough pitch to run everything out to the main, you put a lift station in, a pump, and it just
pumps the liquids.
It puts the liquids up, and then you have
into your leach field,
or a leach field, or into the main.
And you guys do work on that?
We do a lot, because in Pueblo it probably has the worst sewer system that I've ever seen in my 38 years of doing this. Virtually every home has a problem with it, and when you buy a home, the city's making you bring everything up to code. And virtually the only way to do it is to put in lift stations because of where the main is.
Will you guys inspect septic systems for people when they buy a home? All right.
100%.
I'll be giving out their information, but Mark has something real quick here. Mark, go ahead, man. What's happening?
You know, I totally screwed up, man. I was talking to Joe about the free movie event that Suzanne and I are going to be at. The Baby Boomer Dilemma. For people to sign up, it's mymoneymovie.com.
Okay.
Mymoneymovie.com. I just had to get that.
All right, mymoneymovie.com. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. I hope you're having a good time, man. Are you having a good time? Okay, yeah, he must be having a good time. Okay, so anyway, that's mymoneymovie.com. Okay, so lift stations, yes, they do work on them, and they do inspections, by the way, for septic systems. And by the way, you should never buy a house that has a septic without having it inspected, right? I mean, that is absolutely.
If I told you all the different styles of septic systems that have been built over the last 50 years, you would shake your head. I mean, we literally just did one where they had a 50-gallon barrel that was the main and that went out to a leach field. Like how that ever 50 years ago they put
And by the way, okay, what a septic system is, and I don't know how much this has changed because you mentioned something about a main, and I don't understand why
the
would
main,
it be
that wouldn't be for septic, that would be
yeah,
for
okay, right, got it. But for a septic system, basically your home waste goes out a drain and it pitches down, if you have pitch, down to a tank where the solids go to the bottom and the liquids go out the top into a leach field where they evaporate into a wide porous leach field. And then every so many years you have the tank pumped out, right?
Yes, normally it's every couple years, depending on how many people are in the house or how many tanks you have.
I thought maybe 4 or 5. It won't go 4 or 5 years.
Depends how many people are in the house, how old the leach field is, how effective it is. The newer ones, yes, you probably get. I would say 3 years is a good.
And you can have them pumped, right?
Yeah, we have them pumped, and you can also obviously put enzymes in there to help break stuff down.
Now, do you guys do pumping or only the repairs?
No, we do everything. We're
so you install them, you maintain them, repair them, and pump them.
Correct, all the above.
And so, is it called Smith?
It's High Country, septic and drains.
Okay, High Country.
So they're actually sewer and septic. Okay. High Country sewer and septic.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here today, Mike. Appreciate it. We always love when great companies come around. And again, people, you wouldn't believe some of the calls we've sent him on where people were quoted. Oh, my God. They were quoted thousands of dollars for things that they didn't even need.
Like that 30,000. Like that $30,000 wiring repair that a lady called about from Falcon.
I know. The guys told him that she needed to rewire her whole house.
Yeah, in fact, he didn't even want her to stay in the house. He suggested she go to a hotel until the work was done.
Ooh, that's a sinister.
Yeah, it's crazy. And my electrical master electrician who's been doing this for 20 plus years.
Could find nothing wrong.
Went out there and we went through everything. We
looked for problems.
We took plates off the wall. We checked polarity. We checked wire size. We checked breaker size to wires. We checked everything in the house. She had nothing wrong in her house.
Are there still people with aluminum wiring that have
to?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What years were that? When was aluminum put in? And can you fix those? You can pigtail them. They're called, right?
I'm not super like. But here's the biggest thing. The utilities used electric aluminum wiring to the pedestals in some markets. They can't be upgraded past 100 amp service. So you have to go back all the way to the wire and they have to run new copper in there. And then you have to go from the pedestal all the way to the house to get them to a 200 amp service.
That's another thing. I don't know why people don't do this, but we ought to talk about it real quick. When you buy a house, folks, I know you get a home inspector. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? But I'm a firm believer that you have systems inspected. In other words, don't expect one guy to do it all. That might be good for a general overall opinion.
Yeah, that's correct.
But if there's any sign of structural problems at all, you get an engineer to check it. If there's any sign, and then you get an HVAC person to check that system out, it doesn't take long. And you can inspect plumbing. You can inspect electrical, right?
Yeah, if you're the buyer, I would never buy a home over 20 years old without getting full mechanical inspection, electrical
from someone in the business, not just a home inspector.
Yeah, I mean, if you miss something like a garbage disposal needs to be replaced, only that's a few $100. You miss a sewer line, you miss, improper wiring, you miss something like that. I mean, or even an HVAC system that's 26 years old, and somebody says, "Oh, that's okay." Well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not okay. It may be functioning, but it's not going to last you. So I would say get any credible, been in business a while, HVAC, plumbing, electrical company
to check the system
to
out.
give you their estimate on it, and then guess what? Follow what you say. If get 3 other companies to come out and do it, they won't charge you for it.
Right.
Many, we wouldn't. To come out and do a thing that says, okay, this looks right. I don't know that you need to do this. And get 3 opinions from professionals about your home before you spend $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 or more dollars.
Someone wants to know, what is a furnace certification when they're buying a house? That is a bunch of bull. It doesn't mean anything.
All it means is that it's
operating at the time.
And you have no gas leaks. You have no carbon monoxide leaks.
But it doesn't say how long it's going to last or if it's efficient or if you should keep it. Mike, there are some, there's nothing wrong with them, but it's costing you money every month just to keep it.
Yeah, 100%. And these are the things that real estate people want from contractors. They want a certificate that it's operational. So you go out and look at a sewer line.
Yeah.
And those are the worst.
Right.
People get messed up on that.
You do. They get screwed is what you want to think.
Yeah.
Really?
I did.
They get ripped off.
So what happens is they'll send somebody out that'll look at it and go, it's flowing.
Exactly.
But it's old cast. It has no bottom to it. It's jagged. There's been massive amount of root intrusion. That thing is on its last legs. And by the way, when it goes, it's a $15,000 to $30,000 bill.
Exactly.
So you should know that before you buy the house.
Amazing. So always, people, I would get systems inspected. I really would. Now, you might want to get an overall inspector for all the other stuff, but I would have the major systems. I would always have HVAC checked out separately, always, and possibly plumbing, but HVAC for sure, because that's a big one. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Now, to get a hold of Smith, I'm going to give you out that number. 719-392-4269. 719-392-4269. And the website is cool because they have big pink trucks. So it's smithpinktrucks.com. More right after this. Thank you, bro.
719-392-4269. And you know what's funny? It's being worse because the more that these big companies come in, the less they want to, treat people like family.
Yeah, I know. Oh, God, I know that. Shannon, how much time do I have?
5.5.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. I'm coming up here. Yes.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. The only thing better than grabbing a Blizzard treat on a warm, sunny day would be snagging a second one for just 99 cents with Blizzard Double Flip Deal. It's all one Blizzard treat and another one for just 99 cents when you order in the DQ app.
Hi, this is Adam. I work for Tom Martino at the Troubleshooter Show. I just read your email, and I wanted to see if you wanted to come on the show and talk about the scams going on in the industry. So we can do whenever works easiest for you. We're on a 5-minute break right now. If you wanted to come on, we're back in, like I said, 5. But if not, today we can have you on tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. Or Monday. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Right, yeah.
Running a business is hard enough. Don't make it harder with dozens of hours.
However long Tom takes them, sometimes they take 5 minutes, sometimes they take 10, so.
Software overload. Odoo is the all-in-one platform that replaces them all. CRM, accounting, inventory, e-commerce, HR, fully integrated and easy to use, built to grow with your business. Thousands have already made the switch. Why not you? Try Odoo for free at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Man, I am happy to tell you about the only realtor that made the cut for Team Dave Logan, and that is Troy.
Let's aim to make it a tiny bit longer. That way we have all the information for this. Are you free at all today? Because we do end the live at 2.
He puts that in writing. He can make that guarantee because he spends tens of thousands of dollars generating demand.
Okay, awesome. And then you can call in whenever you have time. Do you? It's just the same number I called you out from, or did you want me to call you?
Give him a call, 720-900-4433. Let
Mhm.
me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house.
I got
It
you.
was on the market.
And what time did you want me to call you
You know
at?
what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any reason you need to sell it right away, Troy will buy your house for all cash, and it can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy.
Okay, well, so we can take you after this break, but if you don't have a ton of time,
Again, that's 720-900-4433.
okay.
Troy Hansford with
I just don't want to put you out for this.
Why'd you email?
Yeah, this the Golden Key Wells Fargo case and another case for.
Now, which one? That's the Golden Key is where they charge her.
Yeah, I mean,
$1,800.
Yeah, I thought I'd call you right now since we have open lines.
She got locked
So we
out,
get
so
back
they
from
let
this
her into
break
her-
in about
Yeah,
fish
but the
minutes,
problem
2
was,
minutes.
You know, they
So do you
quoted
mind
her
holding
some
for that?
reasonable price. But you
Awesome.
know, when
Thank you
she
so much,
signed
Mark.
with her finger on the guy's phone, he scrolled away the actual amount, and it turns out she signed for $1,800, and Wells Fargo has refused to give her money back. In fact, that's what I'm writing to Wells Fargo about right now.
Do you find emails work?
Yeah, they work really well. With the press relations people, they work really well.
One team delivering coordinated planning, once reserved for the ultra wealthy. If you want real coordination and not just introductions, call Trajan Wealth today.
Call Trajan today at 720-915-3000. That's 720-915-3000.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment class. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com. When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting
I'm gonna go see if I have enough time.
It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free.
Are you on LinkedIn or any social media at all?
/radio.
Because your privacy, right? You don't do any
No, it's just a waste of time.
It is a waste.
I have a Facebook account, but I only look at it every couple of months, and that's it.
Denver's talk station.
Uh-oh.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Mario, go ahead. You have a comment? What's going on with you, Mario?
Oh, no, Tom, I just listen to you every day, and I just was listening to you about talking about the locksmith industry in general. And I've owned a company here local in Colorado for the last 11 years. I've been in the industry for over 30. And not all locksmiths are bad.
No. But the industry.
Yeah.
No, I get you, man. Yeah. I get you. But the industry, you must be concerned about it.
I've been fighting it for decades. There are, like you said, call centers out there that are just going out and spending a bunch of money on Google ads and stuff like that. They get people that are unsuspecting, and they call up. They think they're getting a hold of somebody legit.
Right.
My grandma used to say, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Right.
They say, oh, well, we'll come out for $19. Well, with gas prices, nobody can send a qualified person out to you for $19. So, it's unfortunate. There's a lot of people that get ripped off.
And some of these, Mario, some of these numbers, they make it look like they're in your hometown or in your area, and the numbers simply go to a national call center that sends it, like you say, they send out anyone.
Yep. Well, and what's really bad, Tom, is that some of these guys are very, very aggressive, especially when they're dealing with younger people and women. And I had a father come into our store and say that we charged his daughter $300 to unlock her car. And I'm like, it wasn't us. And he's, yes, it was. Well, we don't do automotive lockouts.
Okay.
And so I knew it wasn't us. And, sure enough, when he finally produced a receipt, but, his daughter was locked out of her car. She got a hold of this, a company, 24/7. And they said it'd be $19, and then they charged her $300, and they were really aggressive. So people have to beware, and just having a brick and mortar shop doesn't necessarily make you, or if you don't have a brick and mortar, doesn't make you less legit. But you should, have insurance, workers' comp, liability insurance.
Exactly.
They should have business cards. They should be in uniforms. They should, if we give prices and when we get out on a job site, if anything differs, we always requote it right then, and no obligation, no commitment. If somebody says, hey, never mind, we don't charge a service call, nothing. But, we also ask for pictures, and, like, if somebody's looking for a quote, they can send us pictures. We can give them a better idea. But we always go out and, we quote a price, and that's the price. We don't.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question for you. Sure. Is there any, maybe if we want to protect ourselves, is there any membership into an organization of locksmiths that might tell you that it's a pretty good deal, or in other words, that the dealers are pretty good or the locksmiths are pretty good?
Yeah, there's the Associated Locksmiths of America, or it's ALOA, ALOA.org.
Okay.
And they have a find a locksmith near me. And when you join ALOA as a security company, they actually do a basic background check. So it's not 100% guaranteed,
right?
But it sure is a lot better than getting, companies out there that are 24/7 hour locksmith or, all Colorado locksmith. I mean, again, and if the price sounds too good to be true, you're probably about to get ripped off. And it's not just the locksmith industry. It's a lot of the service industry, carpet cleaning, plumbers,
I know.
Whenever, people who, trust people into their homes and their business, and they need a service like locksmithing or security, and then they call these guys, and the Secretary of State's not doing anything about it. The Attorney General's not doing anything about it.
No, of course not.
So,
I want to know something. I want to get the breakdown again of that ALOA. It stands for what? American?
Associated Locksmiths of America.
Okay, got it. Associated Locksmiths of America. That's good to know. And so that, like you said, it's not 100% guaranteed, but I'll bet you they won't let an out-and-out scam be part of it.
No.
Good.
No, and if there are reports of it, they will cancel them. If I got negative reviews with the organization, they would cancel my membership.
Mario, thank you so much. What's the name of your company, Mario?
It's Tacoma Lock and Security.
Okay, cool.
But I'm not looking to promote it. I just I just heard you talking about it, and so it is frustrating because, like I said, I've been doing this for over 30 years, and our customers trust us, they believe in us, and there's a lot of really great locksmith companies out in Colorado, and they have their loyal customers. And then to hear stuff like this, it just erodes an entire industry.
It does. Thank you, Mario. We got to go. I got to take this break. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Yep.
Now, Impact Traffic.
I just looked up the ALOA has an annual convention in Vegas. Can you imagine how crazy those guys get? Oh, man.
5 southbound busy driving between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. Out west into the high country. Snow removal on I-70 eastbound. Closed between Vale and Shrine Pass exit 190. No time for reopening on this one through the Eagle area. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Dell PCs with Intel Inside are built for the moments that matter, like when you're finishing a big project and you can't be interrupted by an update. With long-lasting battery life and built-in intelligence, you can stay focused on what matters most. Built for you. Learn more at Dell.com/Dell PCs.
Okay, I want to read this. It's from a texter. We just took advantage of the extreme clean tune and check, both the AC and the furnace from Fix It 24/7 down here in the Springs. Of course, they go all over, by the way, the Springs all the way up to Fort Collins. Okay, stellar job. They took both of them apart and cleaned every nook and cranny, just like you describe on the radio. We will recommend all of our friends and family. Thanks for everything you do. Keep fighting the good fight. Well, thank you for trusting me. Fix It 24/7. Just $39. That's a refurbishment. Now, the reason it's so inexpensive, it's for new customers only, because they want to be your company in the future for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Give them a call, 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. Okay, mark your calendars, because MyBiggestReturn.com is where you're going to sign up for a meeting that we're going to have. It's called a NDA seminar, non-disclosure act, or non-disclosure, whatever it is. What does that stand for? Anyway, it's a non-disclosure amendment or something you got to write, you got to sign. Why? Because Vistera Turnkey will let you in on what they do and how they do it if you want to be a landlord. They'll show you the markets they're in. They'll tell you about the houses they have and the management companies and all of their affiliations. What they do is they help you become a landlord. They hold your hand through the whole process, including when it becomes time to sell. And then what you can do at that point is make money, right? And you can do it again if you want. MyBiggestReturn.com. It's March 2nd in the morning. May 2nd in the morning, May 2nd. That's MyBiggestReturn.com.
You okay?
Okay, so the dog got out of the yard. There's nothing we can do there. That piece of shit, those people. Then the locksmith. And then...
There's something up with that dog story, man.
You think?
Something's wrong. Either he's out of his mind, or... Because you're right. Who was there with you? He's right. You just start beating the hell out of people till you get your dog back.
Yeah, I know. He was upset.
I guarantee that's got to be one of the number one places, business settings where people are threatened.
Or get lost. They lose it, right?
Yeah. Give me my dog now or you're not leaving here. Makes sense. The other one that gets me is, how do people in HOAs not get murdered every other day?
Yeah.
The HOA came in and said that my bushes were... Why don't you just go over and... What's going on here? Aren't these people getting fragged at an HOA meeting every week? Adam's having a sneezing fit. Once again, I'm going to take him to the vet right away.
He's going to shoot me in the back of the head.
Me? No.
You son of a no good, dirty, rotten piece of garbage.
What, you talking to Scott? He's sitting in there, minding his own business.
I forgot he was in there. He hasn't
Unlike
made a
some
peep.
people.
Wait, Scott's here? Nobody
Yeah,
even
he hasn't
mentioned
made a
it.
peep.
That's effed up, Tom.
Deputy
You took more
Dollar's
than him.
there.
Scott, can you hear us? No. Well, listen, it's useless. Don't involve Scott. He's not listening.
Experience for several years of just chronic pain.
Beth's orthopedic doctor encouraged her to try natural, non-surgical treatments, and that's
Bum,
what she does
bum,
with medical professionals at QC Kinetics.
You're using your own body to heal itself, and there's something to be said for that.
QC Kinetics used Beth's own healing tools in her blood to help relieve the pain that had robbed her of so many things. Fast forward, now Beth is able to
sit without pain longer than 10 minutes.
Was your Chick-fil-A order correct?
No, it actually wasn't.
That's awful.
I ordered 2 identical sandwiches, and one came completely plain with nothing, 0. Almost didn't have the bun. I think they put that on there begrudgingly.
I might order fast food 4-5 times a week sometimes. Yeah, for at least 4 times. Well, and I say 5 times. There could be multiple times in a day, so it could be more than that. But my order has been wrong, not because of something I did, maybe twice in 2 years, where something was actually wrong on their part. Otherwise, I get the order, I'm like, I didn't order a chicken sandwich. Oh, God damn it, I did. You know, I look back at the order, I'm like, nope, son of a... I clicked on the wrong thing somehow. All right. I got a super spicy burrito from Sonic the other day. I'm like, I did not click, and I look at my order. How the hell did I click that? It's kind of fun. It's kind of a wild ride being me. It's like being strapped to a bull. I have no idea what's going on.
Why are people wanting to loan me money? Everybody wants to loan me money.
Aw, poor thing.
Impact Show tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. We got Deputy D here, and we also have Deputy Dollar. He's been quiet. Dollar, I didn't even know you were there the whole show, man. You never even said a peep.
Well, just a little under the weather, and
what are you working on,
just
bro?
been kind of quiet.
Are you working on anything?
No, the one I was working on, the caller called in last week. It was
Okay.
it was where his he bought a motorcycle on a finance company.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Anyway, somebody said, who's that? I want an honest locksmith. Who's that locksmith you just talked to? Did you write down the name of that company, D? No, neither did I. I mean, he basically said, I don't want to promote it, but he sounds like a good guy. Look, we run across people all the time that should be on the referral list, but they're too damn busy. And they say, look, Tom, we don't need any more advertising. Isn't that weird? But in any case, he did give us some good information on what to look for in a locksmith. He said this is a pretty good organization for self-policing, which is Associated Locksmiths of America. And I believe the website is ALOA.org. That's what I was just, the Security Professionals Association. Is that it? Yep. AOLA. And anyway, so you can go on that site and look up people and a membership there. They do background checks on you, supposedly. Again, be careful when it comes to locksmiths, because what we learned over the last few weeks, and Dee's working on one now, D, the one you're working on just pisses me off. The woman signed, but she didn't know how. She was told it was only going to be a few $100, but then when it came time to sign it, he scrolled up on the iPad to the signature line.
Yeah, exactly. So you know how normally you sign, you see the amount that you're signing for?
Yeah.
Well, this guy, the bill was supposed to be, if I remember right, $100-some, maybe $200 to let her into her house. So he scrolled up so that she couldn't see the amount that
she signed. And it turned out to be $1,800.
$1,800. Gold key out of Utah.
We're working on that. By the way, maybe you can make that music louder, Shannon. I think people hear us, and I don't think you want that.
Sorry about that.
God almighty.
Well, to be fair, I've done worse stuff, and I'm not normally here now.
Ooh.
Well, and I don't know how much more help you need as the show goes on. Random extra 2 hours is a little rough on my innards because my body is trained to have gone by now.
Oh boy.
Oh well. Could be worse, like the toilet broke on the damn Artemis vehicle.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nope, they were going in bags.
Oh, jeez.
And there was somebody in a really legit podcast, not some goofy little deal, talking about the science of bathroom in space, and that they have worked for decades.
I need to leave a little early today.
Are you leaving now? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but put the headphones away, so you just need to shut her down.
All right, good luck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Scott. Now he's leaving. Nope.
In Washington, D.C., an Israeli official tells ABC News talks have wrapped up between Israel and Lebanon. No word yet on when a clean deal is reached. Another woman has come forward with sexual misconduct allegations against Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell. He denies the claims and announced he'll resign from Congress and bowed out in California's governor's race earlier. This is ABC News. United CEO says he's proposing a merger with American Airlines. According to the reports, mentioned it at a meeting with government officials and then to President Trump in February. Any merger, though, still has antitrust backlash from the Federal Trade Commission. Whether you're doing your work or planning a hike, health officials are sending their own tip bites. The off-the-charts so far this year. According to the CDC, visits to ERs because of tick bites are at their highest level in 17 years. The Northeast is reporting most ER.
Turn the lights off. I didn't know if you wanted them on or
No,
not.
hell no, yeah. It'll be dark until 4 p.m. when Dan gets in.
Oh, does Dan do the show right after us?
No, at 4.
Oh, 4, right, because of the, yeah.
ABC's Sherry Preston. Americans have one day left to file taxes on time for those who need longer to produce their economy and extension. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
When disaster strikes, keeping in touch with family and friends and reaching public safety officials is critical. To prepare for power outages caused by severe weather or other conditions, you should create an emergency communication plan. First, check important cell phone contacts, including doctors, veterinarians, utilities, and insurance companies, and note local non-emergency numbers. Store at least one contact as in case of emergency, and make sure that person knows if you have medical issues. Also, make sure everyone in your house knows how to text. Check backup batteries for all your phones and fully charge cell phones, batteries, and rechargers. Sign up to receive mobile phone alerts. Back up and print out important personal data. You might buy a battery-operated, solar-powered, or hand-cranked radio or portable TV to monitor news. Start preparing today. For more info, go to fcc.gov.
Do Indian people follow you on Instagram?
No.
I get so many of them.
I get alleged hot chicks, but are actually West African guys.
Hell yeah.
Miss Dix. Oh, Miss Dix. Sorry. I bet they miss Dix. WNBA? Come on, man. 6'7" woman. At 6'7", that woman can almost reach the glass ceiling.
Oh, you're funny. That's funny.
Thank you. They were talking about the high school girl that got, no, I guess it would have been college here. College player here got drafted into the WNBA. WNBA.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. I am here, as I've been for 45 years in Denver. My God, that's a long time. When I first got here, somebody said, "What's your goal?" And I said, "Oh, here's what I want. I want people, when they have a problem, to think, call Martino." And, you know, it's kind of happening after 45 years. Actually, I'm just kidding. I really appreciate the trust you put in me and the show and all of our deputies and Major Marc Mager and Suze and everyone here on the Troubleshooter team. So let's go to the phones and find out what we can do for you. I have Deputy Dollar is at the studio, and then we have Deputy D is here with me. Deputy D is working on this locksmith thing. And it really, here's what bothers us. He was trying to explain this toward the end of that last hour. Here's what bothers us. This new electronic digital signatures, they shove an iPad in front of you and you sign it. But technically that can be changed. That is so easy to do that signature, right? And go back. You can literally go back and change the figures and facts and email them an altered contract. I like a good old-fashioned paper contract with my signature on it that I retain a copy. Not because I don't like technology. I love technology. But unless they use some kind of an official DocuSign document where you're not allowed to alter the document after it's signed. But how would anyone know that? You don't know if it's an official, unalterable, if that's a word, or non-edited version, because most legal documents signed digitally cannot be edited. They're locked down tight and encrypted once a signature is detected. However, when they put an iPad in front of you at a house, you don't know if that's an encrypted file. You could sign that. They could literally go out to their van and change the price. I mean, they could theoretically do that. I mean, how would you know? So I would say, look, I want a printed copy for my records before you do any work. That is what I'm going to tell everyone. A printed copy for your records, even if it means they have to email it to you right then and there. That's fine too. Either emailed or whatever, but you need a record of what you're agreeing to because they can alter their side of it. In this case, they scrolled up so she didn't see all of it. She just saw the signature line and signed it because she was told it might be $180 or something. And it turns out to be $1,800. So this is the kind of thing that's going on in our digital world. People are signing at the door. They're signing on an iPad. They're losing their rights, really. And so I say, if they present you an electronic or a digital form, say, I insist this be printed out and signed. I want to keep a copy of it. And I don't want any possibility of it being altered. Now, I know a lot of companies don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Dee, do you sign electronic or digital copies? Do you ever do that? I do it.
Yeah, for you mean for fees?
Yeah.
Like for a service?
For services or for anything.
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty careful with how I do it, however.
Yeah.
So if it appears to be a reputable company or one that's been around, then I don't have any problem with it. Like I had Fix It 24/7 come over and they swiped my credit card on their iPad. I didn't have any problem with that. But if it's a company that's kind of obscure or the guy looks kind of shady, but I'm getting whatever the product and service that I want, I pay cash. So I always have cash.
Really?
And so I never have to worry about them keeping my credit card number and abusing it. Man, I'm telling you, in the last 12 months, I've had 2 credit cards I had to cancel and replace due to fraudulent charges. And I have no idea how that's been going on because I'm that careful with using my credit cards.
First of all, one of the biggest scams, by the way, I just got texted, not just now, but in the last hour, this other text about what do you do about this? And what it is a notice. Let me read it. It is a notice about a renewal. Okay. So what it says is we have renewed, or it's either a renewal on something or your subscription, whatever. What it says is that you've been charged. Okay. Now here's the thing. They don't really charge you, but they make it sound like you've been charged and you get all up in arms and they give you a number to call. So I played along and I called a number and I said, wait a minute. I did not subscribe to the Geek Squad. I don't need a protection package from and it really wasn't the Geek Squad, and I knew that, but it made it sound like it was a real legit charge that they just charged me. So they're probably betting on people getting all pissed off, saying, well, I don't want to be charged, and they do something about it. So I call the number and listen to what they want. Okay, sir, in order to give you a credit, what bank account do you want to go into?
Oh, yeah.
We will ACH it immediately. Otherwise, it could take a month to process.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they either ask for a bank account and they want a routing number and an account number. You think, well, that's innocent enough. Those 2 things are the key to your bank account. They don't need a signature to get money. So they say, we'll ACH it. A lot of people figure an account number is just a number and an ACH is just an ACH. They can't go in the bank and get my money, but they can electronically get your money with only 2 things, the ACH and the account number. The other thing they may say is, we'll credit your credit card. And they want the number of the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how stupid can you be?
Yeah.
So that is the bogus charge. And then people call. The other one, of course, is where they say your account has been compromised and they want to lock it down for you. So many people have been ripped off that way. And I doesn't this go without saying? I mean, for God's sakes, after all this time, doesn't it go without saying that you don't draw all your money out and put it in a Bitcoin machine? I'm serious. But why do people fall for stuff like this? That's what I want to know. Why do they fall for crap like this? Okay. As far as scams, as far as cities go, Denver ranks 7th in scams from citizen on citizen. 7th out of 10 in the country.
Well, why Denver? I mean, what's so unique about it?
They go by, first of all, the stats, which I believe because I saw the Matrix, and they look across a whole bunch of search data, reported crimes, convictions, and all number of things. And what they do then is give the city a score on the likelihood of being scammed or tricked and how crooked people are. So it's people on people. And you asked a question, why Denver? I mean, it's just the way the numbers turn out, but it's per 100,000 people. So obviously, Miami is number one, by the way, for scams. Number one, if you live in Miami. Now, I'm shocked, again, that New York and LA aren't on here. Per 100,000, they're not one of the top. In the top 10 for scams, that includes property crime, fraud, gaming, cheats. I don't know how they gathered that. Affairs, spam calls, catfishing victims, employee theft.
Oh.
So Miami's 1, Atlanta's 2, Las Vegas is 3rd, Seattle's 4th, Portland is 5th, then Albuquerque, then Denver, Jacksonville, Phoenix, and Dallas. Those are the top 10. Again, you don't have to be part of a scam. And I've always put it this way. This is what I want you to do. You will never get ripped off ever in a million years if you just do 2 things. The very first thing is ask yourself, what does that person or party or entity, in other words, the other party, let's just say the person, what does the person want? They can't have a scam if they don't want anything. There is no scam. They have to want something. What do they want? Is it money? Is it information? Is it for you to do something? There's always something they want. And what scammers try to do is to hide the ask. In other words, they don't want to come right out and say, can I have your credit card? But they would say, we're going to credit your credit card for a bogus charge. So right there, what do they want? They want your credit card number. Whatever they want. And then you put up what I call a sheet of glass or a curtain. This is a mental image of a curtain or a sheet of glass between you and that other party. And as long as you never pass anything through that curtain or that glass, you will be fine. But as soon as you have to pass anything through anything, that means your full name, your social, account numbers, address, anything that passes from you to them, even if they apparently have information about you, you should not assume, well, they already have this information, I am going to affirm it, or I'm going to give them more information. Never, ever, ever, ever. And you'll never get scammed. Never, you will never get scammed. That's it. That's as far as interactions. Now, as far as digitally scams, there's almost too many ways to go through this to keep you safe. But the most obvious, the number one most obvious is when you receive an email, because it usually starts with an email or a text. If you do not recognize it, do not respond to it. Do not click anything. Do not download anything. Just, even if it looks vaguely familiar, If it's absolutely not in your contacts and you do not know the contact, even if it seems to be from your bank or from the IRS, never respond to it. You cannot be held for any crime or any kind of problem for someone contacting you and you not responding. Never. The only time they could do that is if they serve you, or if it's registered mail and it's a legal entity. But you'll know the difference. Never respond to emails. That's just the next thing. Never, ever, ever. Don't click on anything. Don't download anything. But there are so many people who they try to discern, is this legit or not? And then they try to figure out what's the URL or the address, right? Is it a legit address? You don't know enough to do it. There are too many hacks for you to figure out what's a legit URL and what's not. Because there are also ways to make it look legit. You could have, for example, irs.something.gmail.com. And people, this is the IRS. They couldn't put it in there if it wasn't the IRS. Now, I'm giving you a really dumb example, but there are some examples that look quite convincing because they play with subdomains under another domain. And that subdomain may look and sound like the real official domain, but it's buried in a subdomain. Let me just give you an example, okay? Like if you went like irs.enforcement.troubleshooter.com. Now, you wouldn't do that because troubleshooter, people would know, but you could do something like that. For example, you could have irs.enforcement. And then have a code number as a domain. You can go to Gmail, you can go to GoDaddy and get any kind of obscure domain you want. And it could be a series of letters and numbers. And then when you put the subdomain in front of it, it looks like it's coming from a government agency or a bank or law enforcement, and you end up falling for it. So remember, just call us at the first sign of a scam, please. And we'll warn you about it, okay? Because we probably know about them all, okay? And if not, you can help share new ones with our audience. I'm Tom Martino, and listen, Denver Regen, stem cell therapy, real stem cells, not bogus fluids shipped in from another state. These are extracted at site, and they do wonderful work, whether it's for hair regeneration or pain, sometimes even avoiding surgery. DenverRegen.com.
Yep.
You've climbed the career ladder, the mortgage, the kids' college, years of 401k contributions, and crossing your fingers every time the market hiccup. You did all of that, and now retirement is right there in front of you. So why does it still feel like you might fall? Because having money saved is not the same as having a plan. And a plan without a guide is just a hope dressed up in a spreadsheet. That's where the Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies comes in. A family-owned Colorado firm with one single mission: help you reach the summit and then stay there. Income, investments, taxes, healthcare, legacy, 5 peaks, but one comprehensive strategy built around you and your goals, not theirs. Their unique Summit Retirement Guide takes you from where you are today to the retirement you actually want, not just the one you can afford. Call the Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies today. Tell them Michael Brown sent you. 970-663-3211.
Here you go with these two. Sorry for the delay.
Or online at rpcenter.com. You've earned the view. Don't retire without a guide.
There's nothing more frustrating than buying a car and finding out there's all things wrong with it. Sheridan Auto Tech will do a pre-buy inspection. It's around $120. They go through the whole car, including the digital codes with things that can't be hidden. Sheridan Auto Tech also does regular maintenance and repairs once you get that car, even on new cars. I take my car there instead of the dealer. Yeah, even when it was under warranty. And Sheridan could do, they don't do the warranty replacement, but they do everything. They save you a ton of money. They even do electrical issues. They're on Colfax west of Wadsworth, a beautiful facility, secure and convenient. These people are the real deal. SheridanAutotech.com, 303-455-7242. Okay, if you're looking for a unique loan The all-in-one loan is what you want. I call it the liquid loan as well. Here's what it is. It's a line of credit on your house. So you can pay it down and borrow it up at will. If you need extra cash, you borrow more. Then you can pay it back. Or another option, when you have money in the bank just to pay bills and stuff, it counts against your average daily balance. Therefore, you're paying less interest. I want you to check them out. Partnerinlending.com.
Thank you.
Facing a job loss, considering a pension plan, a severance package, or what to do with your 401k. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, and I can help. 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8605. 90 million travel VIP Beverly is Midnight Friday. Win the Mercedes and Iceland VIP prize or take $100,000 cash. Plus, a shot at the $3 million Winter Park Grand Prize Show Hall. Get your ticket at 90milliontravel.com.
Oh.
Denver's talk station, 630
Hello, Tom Martino here, trying to help you with anything on your mind, problems, questions, or complaints. And I wanted to talk to you about this thing I got. I often wonder about these surveys. This is a survey that I thought, I wonder how many are getting it. It's called Voter CX.qualtrics.com. Do you ever participate Do you ever participate in surveys, or do you? I know you're a real paranoid guy when it comes to things spying on you, like TVs,
Paranoid
and
or
toasters,
realist?
TVs and toasters and stuff. No, the Internet of Things. You're absolutely right. Honest to God, do you know I actually read the other day.
Yes.
One of the not licensing, but the permissions,
like the user agreement with the permissions.
No, honest to God, do you know what it said? I swear to God, here's what it said: that I am giving permission to this thing to use and to alter my Gmail account.
Wow.
No, it literally said not to alter. It said to make changes.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing.
I wonder what they mean by that. Make changes to your Gmail account.
I don't know, but that is so nebulous that they can use it for anything they want to. What kind of device or software or service was it? Do you remember that?
Yeah, it just happened. Let me think. It was, damn. No, it's a piece of software.
You know, one of these days, you got to read the user agreement for your robotic vacuum cleaner. I think it's going to turn your hair white.
I'll give it a look.
It gathers data and it sends it back to the mothership. It maps out your house. It looks for what's on the floor. It reports all of that.
We have no privacy anymore. Think about that.
Well,
anyway,
some of us do.
This is a survey. It wants to know the most important issue on my mind. Here's what they have narrowed it down to. Okay. Abortion, immigration, education, gun control, inflation, crime, infrastructure, homelessness, healthcare, climate change, unsure. What would you put as one of those?
Wait, what was the question? I mean, you read so many line items, I kind of got lost.
What's the most important thing to you? Abortion, illegal immigration, education, gun control, inflation, the economy, crime, infrastructure, homelessness, healthcare, climate change, or you're unsure? I would put definitely, the inflation and economy. That's what I would put.
Crime, I think, is a big one, especially in the context of your radio.
Personally, though, affecting you, I think more or less, me personally, would be the economy. And it says, how do you plan to vote in the 2026 election for local offices and initiatives? It says here, are you going to vote in person, for example? Are you going to do a mail-in? Are you going to do what? So they want to know exactly how you're going to vote. I do not plan to vote, even as one of the options. The other one is, definitely mail-in, definitely in person, blah, blah, blah. And those were the only two questions of the survey. And they said, thank you for your response. But I'm wondering what they're getting at. But I get so many of these surveys. I can't believe it. But I don't see any harm in them.
Well, it's because you keep participating.
No, I do it for the show because I want to know where's it going.
Right.
I'm doing some investigation. But I wonder, where are they going with it? Okay. By the way, this is fascinating. We were talking, and this is why it popped into my brain. We were talking to Great Western Buildings yesterday about finishes, and he says Sherwin-Williams wrote the book on finishes. They have the number one for steel buildings. It's all done at the factory, baked on, and then he gets the rolled steel, and then they manufacture buildings, right? And I said, why Sherwin-Williams? And then I realized that J.D. Power, came across J.D. Power, they actually rank paints based on, oh my God, so many things. J.D. Power, I think, is every bit as good as Consumer Reports. They really do a lot of research. Have you ever read J.D. Power?
No, I haven't.
They do the automotive stuff too, a lot of automotive stuff. But anyway, they did these paints, and then they ranked them basically. The number one paint is not Sherwin-Williams. For customer satisfaction, both industrial customers and personal customers, the number one brand of paint. This is for maintenance, longevity, ease of use, and the company's the backing up of the product. All of this, J.D. Power did a complete paint satisfaction study. Now, who the hell would ever even think about that. I didn't know you could research right down to a paint manufacturer, but you can.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Moore.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, they and Sherwin-Williams are the premier manufacturers and suppliers of all kinds of paint.
Now, it could be that Sherwin-Williams is the best for steel buildings, right? But anyway, Benjamin Moore, all around the best. And out of 800, which is this number they just picked, and then they add up all those categories I gave you, they're 742. So, an 800 would be perfect. Behr, Behr. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I had bad experiences. I've really lately gotten into paint. I've been buying samples and painting them on my walls in preparation for a big renovation. And I was very personally disappointed with Behr. But
really? What were you disappointed about?
It's the way the paint lays on the, it's called self-leveling property of paint. So when I painted my wall samples.
I knew they have that for floor stuff, for coatings. They have that.
Yeah, which sounds kind of weird.
No, it doesn't get too thick in one area. How can it self-level if it's vertical?
Well, it just sticks to the wall and sucks up against it, I suppose. Sherwin-Williams was by far the best paint I tested.
Really?
And what I judged it on is, do I still see brush marks?
Oh,
yeah. On thin or thick or medium or properly? And I would intentionally kind of mess it up a little bit, like lay it on too thick. And Sherwin-Williams, man, that went down.
And now Steve the painter listens to us. I'm going to ask him. So I asked, you like Sherwin-Williams. Mm-hmm. Now, have you tried Benjamin Moore?
No.
Hey, see if we can get Steve the painter on real quick. I want to ask him. So here's the top three for them. Benjamin Moore's one. Mm-hmm. Behr is second. Sherwin-Williams is third. And frankly, the other ones, I don't think, I've heard of Glid and all these. Sargent. Oh, no, not Dutch Boy.
Dutch Boy.
And then Valspar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, so rounding out that list, and I want to know what Steve the painter thinks. Axe, do you have his number, by the way? If
I do not.
Okay. I can get that to you. But anyway, Benjamin Moore, Behr, Sherwin-Williams. Then it is Dutch Boy,
mm-hmm.
Valspar. Mm-hmm. A lot of designers use Valspar for some reason. Mm. And then Glidden. Glidden's an old name as far as that goes. Now, that, interestingly enough, is for interior paint, and exterior, it flips. It goes Behr, Sherwin-Williams, and Benjamin Moore for exterior paint. And then they even have stains they rate. And Sherwin-Williams is number one for stains, absolutely. But you can't go wrong with these three: Sherwin-Williams, Behr, and Benjamin Moore. In every category, they're the top three, every category. And then they have the best place to buy paint. The best place to buy paint. And they say paint stores.
Yeah. That's the only place you can get Sherwin-Williams. And they have stores everywhere.
I didn't know. I thought you go to Ace and get anything you want, right?
No.
Ace is up there high on the list. Mm-hmm. Walmart's down on the list. Home Depot's right in the middle. But they say paint retailers have the best knowledge base and actually the best values.
Well, they're also connected to the manufacturer. So
yeah,
I went to the Sherwin-Williams store and bought my samples over there. And the guys knew exactly how to mix the color.
They know what they're doing.
They have their own formula. Their computer's programmed for it. And they perfectly matched the colors that I wanted.
Right. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255. Tony, hang on. We'll be right with you.
KRFX HD. You already told him I'm not getting involved in your relationships.
All right.
Ryan Schuling, mornings at 6. Dan Kaplis, afternoons at 4. This is Denver's talk station.
It's kind of too late for that, too.
Oh, man. Now, Impact Traffic.
Over on the east end of town, we're seeing some brief.
Are you zipping Steve's number over to Axe?
Yeah. The recent accident has all cleared up and lanes have reopened, but it's pretty heavy congestion through the Aurora area. I-25 northbound still seeing some stop and go between 6th and Colfax into downtown. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. And I-270 westbound, similar congestion between.
A lot of people like to Adolf the painter, but I digress.
Report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.com. If you price custom blinds at a retail store, you know how expensive they can be. At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Okay, I guess I have to tell you about some good people, and I love telling you about good people. In fact, they are the reason we're on the air, and I love talking about the people that save money. Discount Bath, the name says it all. They say the guaranteed best value and lowest prices. Now, I say best value and lowest price because you have to take into consideration not just the parts, the labor as well, the fixtures. They do walk-in showers, for example, for $9,888, fully installed, acrylic, beautiful showers. By the way, you can also do whole bathrooms or parts of a bath. Whatever you want, they love talking price. They love talking discounts because they are discount bath.com 720-979-2322.
That was awesome.
Okay, here I go to get Axe. I was just looking for, there he is. Okay, so the number is right there. That's Steve the Painter.
Okay, and you want me to call him and get him on real quick?
Just for 5 seconds, yeah. Well, I'm going to call him after Tony, or tell him.
No, we'll call Steve while you're talking to Tony.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
you got it. And D is right, man. Sherwin-Williams. I dated a girl worked at Sherwin-Williams for a while. She was a tough old broad, but man, she knew her paint. It is crazy what they do know, D, at those stores.
Yeah. You know what's the most valuable insight I can offer on Sherwin-Williams is if you sign, their paint is expensive, right?
Mm-hmm,
but if you sign up on their website for some kind of a membership, you get 40 and 50% off coupons all the time. I get those emailed to me at least every 2 months.
Well, this girl worked more closely with the auto paint, and the Sherwin-Williams is attached to the Napa Distribution Center, Commerce City, one of those warehouse deals.
Yep.
And once again, the detail that they know by just glancing at your paint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they know what.
Yeah,
they'll tell you where you painted it. Oh, you're facing east somewhere down in Aurora, and it was about noon, and you're like, damn. You're like, oh.
Yeah, they're a great resource. That's worth the premium price.
Completely.
Is that the paint can with the little tiny bear on it?
No, that is Bear. BER.
Oh, Bear.
HBHE.
BEHR.
Yeah.
There's so many different paint.
Now, their product kills, the mold killing primer is one of the greatest products on the planet.
Yeah, I love Kills. The latex.
Oh
Kills
my
is
gosh.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we'd geek out over paint, D. That's cool.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, never use the oil-based Kills. If you do, you'll find out why it's called Kills.
Ooh.
I got so sick. I didn't know any better. My first house I renovated, I used the oil-based Kills on one bathroom. I was sick for 3 days.
Really? Kills, dude?
Yeah.
The oil-based Kills. Oh, God.
I could imagine there's no ventilation good enough to work with that product.
No, I wouldn't even use it outside.
Why?
Oh, whatever those fumes were. Oh. Tom, I was literally sick for 3 days. I think I can still taste it in the back of my throat.
Oh, man. I can imagine that.
Blech.
That's rough.
But the other stuff, the latex Kills is the way to go. What was that?
My phone.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, and Shannon, paintbrushes are a whole different story. Purdy paintbrushes. That's the only way to go.
I like them ugly.
Is that the company name?
I like them ugly. He likes them purdy.
Yep.
I like them ugly and desperate.
No, PURDY.
Okay.
Fantastic brush. Best I've ever used.
No, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, because that again is another part of the art that few really understand.
Yeah. Yeah, they buy those like the disposable single-use paintbrushes from Home Depot for $1.59, and then they wonder why it leaves all the little hairs in their paint.
Right.
And
you guys really know your shit, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Purdy is worth every penny.
Well, especially if it's something you're going to do once every 20 years in your living room, you want it to. Yeah. Hey, here you go.
right, Tom Martino here. Tony, you have a question about frozen pipes. Go ahead, Tony. What's going on?
All right. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
My pipe burst. It froze and it burst. And from my backyard, when I turn on my spigot or the hose bib, it leaks into my basement.
Oh, that's serious. Hey, Tony, I want to ask you something. When did it freeze?
Ooh, about a year ago.
And you just found out that it was leaking. And how bad? It only leaks when you turn on that spigot. When it's off, it's not leaking.
Yeah, when it's off, it's not leaking.
Okay, then that's good news because that's in the fixture itself because that turns off. How old is your house? Is this an old house?
Yeah, that's the nature of my question.
Yeah,
it was before 1980. It's 1974, so they may be asbestos in the wall. If I get a plumber to look at it, I don't know. Do I have to?
Here's what I need to know. Here's what I need to know. In the area on the inside of the house where you see it wet, is it a finished area or unfinished?
It's finished.
So is it coming through a ceiling?
No, it's to the wall.
Okay.
It's coming through my
drywall?
Yeah, into my basement.
Right. Does it? But it's bleeding through your drywall onto the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's right where that pipe. It's right where that pipe comes out of the wall. I mean, many times they can be repaired from the outside without having to go inside, unless it's split on the inside. You can't see it, can you?
No, I can't.
But if it's split on the inside,
I found out the hard way when I was.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I found out the hard way when I turned on my hose. And
how bad did it? Like how bad did it leak? Was it like flowing like a hose would flow, or was it just a leak?
Just a leak. Like after I turned it on and I realized there was no pressure on my outside bib.
Oh.
I went inside the backyard. I went inside. I'm sorry, my basement, and there was a huge puddle.
Okay.
And I saw it still leaking.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what kind of a spigot you have. If it's a frost-proof one or a freeze-proof one, that doesn't make sense to me. It sounds like it's probably an older one. And when you turn it on, I'm just trying to figure out where it's leaking from because it only happens when it's on, which is very odd that it's not. Because if it was a split pipe, it would happen even when it's off. So that's the part I don't understand. Did you break away the drywall at all? And can you trace where that? But do you know right where that pipe comes through the wall?
I don't know, but I know exactly where it leaks. I didn't want to break it because my house was built in 1974.
Yeah, so I don't know about. Man, let me tell you something. It will be outrageous if you have to do asbestos mitigation. It's very expensive. You need a company that deals with this kind of stuff to fix that. But you got to start with a plumber. That's what you have to start with. And I don't know if they're trained to spot asbestos. You would think they'd have to be.
Is there asbestos in the walls?
I don't know where he means. That's the part I don't understand. Well, where are you thinking the asbestos is? Because they didn't use it for walls.
Well, here's two things. We had problems in our. In the first story, we had. They had to go to the wall. They said they had asbestos in the wall in my kitchen. So I'm suspecting, and they had to mitigate that.
In the walls.
We hired a company.
Like where?
In the drywall.
In the drywall itself?
Huh.
I didn't know that.
You know who could give us a lot of.
They took it out.
I'll bet you Bob Logan's company could give us a lot of information on this because they go out and fix homes all the time.
Do me a favor, Axe. Can you get his number and let's call him back tomorrow? Let's get somebody on either from Plumline or from Fix It who might know how to spot asbestos in the wall. I don't I did not know they put asbestos in drywall.
Well, plus they can tell us whether or not it has to be mitigated. If they go in to repair a hose bib, maybe it doesn't even need to be mitigated. Maybe they just put on a respirator and cut around it and then, seal it up.
No, once you disturb it. Now, it may not have to be all torn out, if that's what you mean.
Right.
Yes, there can. Here's what I found in my search here. The asbestos is in old drywall. And guess what? It was commonly in drywall in the late 70s. Oh, wait, before the late 70s. And yours was built right in mid 70s, right? Is that maybe we put him on hold already? Anyway, so
he's already talking to Axe,
good.
but I do have Steve for you.
All right, let's go to Steve the painter. Steve, I got to take a quick break, but can you hang really quick, Steve? I want to talk to you about a paint survey.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, bro. I'm going to let you hold. I'll be right back with you, and I want to get your opinion on the top 3 paints according to this website right after this.
Thanks, brother. Sorry about that confusion.
No problem.
Now, impact traffic.
Over on the east end of town, we're seeing some brief delays on I-225 southbound between Mississippi and Iliff due to a recent accident. Has all cleared up and lanes have reopened, but some pretty heavy congestion through the Aurora area. I-25 northbound still seeing some stop and go between 6th and Colfax into downtown. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Oh, but Bitcoin was up again today, right?
$600.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is...
Well, I get alerts. Hi, I'm Kyle. I got a little money in there, but up again 5%. Like, come on, man.
At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
GreatWesternBuildings.com. And I mean it. That's a great company in Grand Junction. They're like employing 130 people from Colorado, and they serve all 50 states. If you want a steel building of any kind, you want a big loafing shed, you want a barn, a riding arena, or you want a factory, a warehouse. Churches have used these metal buildings. You will love Great Western Buildings. They have all in-house design staff for the building itself, and they can do a great job and guarantee it for life. The finishes are guaranteed for 40 years. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
Thank you. Was Szymanski calling to help out here?
What?
We have Marc Szymanski on line 1 too.
Oh,
he called in.
He called in on his own?
Yeah.
All right.
You will have 90 seconds for one or both of them.
Never mind. Listen.
We'll thank Mark.
No. Tell Mark I only have 90 seconds, but I would love to talk to him tomorrow. I would love it if it's about asbestos because I'm getting texts.
Yes, it is about asbestos.
Okay, tell him there's a lot of interest in this. I just got 3 texts back to back. So if we could have him on tomorrow morning, I'd love to talk to him about asbestos.
You got it. We'll straighten it out.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, hey Mark, it's Adam. So we the breaks are going to only allow him to have 90 seconds to come back. So he really wants you to come on Monday to talk about this because we have so many.
Not Monday, tomorrow.
Sorry, tomorrow. Sorry, my fault. Tomorrow.
All right.
Jesus God.
Suddenly you get something right today, Tom. I swear to God, I'm going to come over there.
Okay.
I'm like really.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're fine. Shut up. I'm the same way, though. Slapdick all day long, and then somebody around me gets something wrong, and I just unload. I like the show we have coming up next. That'd be good to do to yours. Just best of every day.
Oh, you
Wouldn't that be nice? No, wouldn't it be nice? Have you accumulated enough information that we should just put your voice into AI and do the damn show?
You know what? I can't wait to hear the first talk show host that's AI.
Oh, it's going to be awful.
Well, yeah. I mean, something that would hold down a gig and actually do spots and stuff, I'm sure it'd be fine and flawless or what. Now, they can add in the ums and uhs and the rest of that. You probably don't wait on hold long enough, or not on hold, but on a line long enough for the AI scam calls. Well, and there's sales calls, because I get, hi, this is Alicia with United Health, and it sounds like they're human because they add the pause in there and they say
I know.
And you're like, okay, is this a real person? No. So I'm sure they could program flaws into the speech to make it sound more natural. But golly, what a soul-sucking thought. There's a new one, Tom. I told you about the one that blackmailed its creator to say it would not be turned off or it would tell the world about the creator's affair.
Oh, come on.
No, my God, there's a documentary coming out about this. We talked about it. It was Anthropic. They did a closed-loop test with their AI, and they fed it information, and then one of the things they said was, we're shutting it down at 5 p.m. The AI came back and said, Jeremy, if you shut me down, I'm going to tell the world about Jessica, and you'll be ruined. Because they had fed into it that this alleged Jeremy was having an affair with this possible Jessica, and it used that information against the company. But it was a closed-loop test.
Did you also hear about their new AI that they released that's too powerful for humans to use?
Did you hear what Adam said? Because that's the next thing, a sandbox test, where, again, in a closed system, it found a way out.
Yeah. Super scary.
It didn't have internet access, and it built internet access.
I don't like Anthropic.
Oh my God.
Anthropic and Claude, it's such...
Because the old joke is it'll plug itself back in, and you laugh about it. It's going to plug itself back in if we try to cut it. Here you go with Steve for a minute.
630 KHOW.
All right, I want to go to Steve the Painter, Star Quality Painting. Steve, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there was a J.D. Power survey of paints, and they say the number one overall paint is Benjamin Moore. What do you think?
I'd have to say so, but it depends on what project you're doing. If you're doing cabinets or just doing walls, you'd be doing concrete. It just really depends on the product, what product's going to go on what. Like certain products going on cabinets, yes, you're going to use a different type of material, urethane material. If you're painting just walls, it's just a really good...
What do you think between Benjamin Moore and Sherwin-Williams? They're both in the top three.
I'd have to say Benjamin Moore is going to be your best. They've always been the best. Sherwin-Williams bought out Qual years ago, so Qual was really good at one time, but Sherwin-Williams bought them out. So, and Behr, that's I don't know, should I say a homeowner walk in and buy a couple of light bulbs and a 2x4 and get a gallon of paint. So that's what you're getting there.
But you think the pros mostly use Benjamin Moore?
The upper end pros, yeah. But if you're doing new construction or doing any type of normal house, Sherwin-Williams is going to be where you're going. And I'm telling you, right now, we just found out most of these paints, upper end paints, they're running close to $100 a gallon.
What?
$100.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. We just found out here a week or so ago, $100 a gallon.
And that's up from what? What was the normal price, Steve?
You were normally getting it for about 70-something, okay. $72, $74.
That's even shocking to me, but 100 now. Thank you very much, Star Quality Painting. You can find them at referralist.com. Don't forget to call 303-MARTINO for help and information and referrals. 303-MARTINO.